I tell you what, it wouldn't be one of my streams if I didn't forget something at the beginning, would it? How is everybody doing today? Happy Monday. Welcome into Nate's, to Big Easy E3, to Phoenix Fire, and of course to Henbane Hedge, which I hope you're all doing very, very well here on this very gloomy Monday here in the United Kingdom. Welcome in, Andrew. I hope you're having a lovely morning, or night if you've not been to bed yet. I know it's probably about 7 o'clock for you, isn't it? Maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. We've already named it. I've named her Whitney this time along, but I will keep that name in mind for when we inevitably do a Miltank run in Gen 3. So if I do that, 9 AM. Oh goodness me, I got the hour the wrong way. But hopefully all my overlays are now working. I had a little technical issue with OBS earlier. I don't know how much Miltank's going to improve. We've got the exact same Miltank as before, so we have 25 HP. We're holding a berry, and our current moves are Tackle and Growl. We have 14 in attack, a nice 17 in defense, 10 in special attack, 13 in special defense, and 16 in speed. So it's the same Miltank as before. If I do that, everything is looking absolutely hunky-dory. This overlay was created with the help of Kangaskhan, whose birthday is tomorrow. So if you want to give him a birthday present, go to youtube.com/Kangaskhan and click the subscribe button on his channel. Now, before we get into the run, of course I'm going to ask everybody, is the audio okay? Is my voice too loud? Is it too quiet? Is the game audio too loud or too quiet? And when I say the game audio, of course, I mean the music in the background. Your birthday's in a week. Well, happy birthday for a week's time. Everything is perfect. I've just had a little sip of drink. Wet my whistle. We know how bad my voice got towards the end of last week. The music is a little bit too quiet. Well, we can fix that, hopefully. Famous last words and all that. Let's move that up to 80%. Now, I need to get everything in the correct order. Let's put Retro Watch there. That is the very posh Game Boy that Nintendo has given me. And now let's do a little bit of a test. I'm moving. Timer's working if I do that. I think we're all good to go. So if you're ready, I'm definitely steady, just about. Let's go. See if we can improve the Miltank. I reckon I can get a much better time. I've changed the routing a little bit from when I did her last. However, it's all going to come down to the first, like, half an hour or so. We can get through Morty in a good time, and then get through Jasmine with 0 resets. We should be on to a winner. Sub 130 would be absolutely fantastic. So, like, if I can get this under 90 minutes, I would be very, very happy. I don't know if I can. A lot of it is going to be circumstantial, but we can try. And trying's half the battle. Didn't get poisoned by the Spinnerack. I will be running from most Spinnerack, just because I don't want to waste time with the antidotes. Talking of antidotes, there's an antidote there. Haven't had a warm-up this morning either. I woke up late, so this is my first run of the day. Normally when I do runs on stream, I have a little warm-up beforehand, just to make sure I'm not all that rusty. So there might be a couple of bits of duff movement here and there. But we shall see. We're going to waste as much PP now as possible before getting that free heal. I'd quite like to see some Poliwag, really. Poliwag are the best Pokemon to grind against on this route, because it can barely touch you with Bubble. Zubat's not terrible either. A bullet chess tournament? I don't know what one of those is, but I hope you had fun, even if you're saying you were trash. And an update to the overlay that I'm not sure we've had yet. We might have had it in the Teddy Ursa stream. Our stats now update in real time in battle. Bubble is such a weak move. I had a Pokemon that I was running last night, I believe, with just Bubble as its first move. And goodness me, that first split through Falconer was so slow. Chess with a 1-minute time limit between players. That sounds terrifying. I'm bad enough at chess as it is. So being on a timer sounds absolutely soul-destroying to me. Shouldn't have taken on the Spinnerack, but it's fine. Here's a Poliwag. Poliwag also gives you a lot of experience. So we've just got a couple more battles. I'm trying a new strategy where I take a little bit of a time loss beforehand in order to make time up later. We'll see if it works. It might not work. But we shall see. And we'll get the free heal here, and we'll go straight to the rival. I don't remember what the rival has. Probably a Chikorita. We've still got the berry, which is good, because that means we can just keep it glued onto the Miltank. We're getting an awful lot of battles coming down here. We'll grab one extra berry. We won't go into the man's house this time. I don't think we need it. Miltank is very strong. I'm streaming in 1080. So I'm not sure why that's doing that for you, Michael. Hopefully it sorts itself out soon. I always go for that berry twice. Is everyone just getting 144p? So I haven't changed any streaming settings. That's weird that it's defaulting out to 144. You're in 1080, Sundown, for now? Brilliant, thank you to hear. Oh, thank you to tell me, I should say. Hopefully YouTube gets its bum into gear and fixes that out. Because that's no good. It's hard enough to read some of the things in 1080p, let alone in 144p. Hopefully, like a hard refresh of the YouTube app if you're on the app, or like closing your browser if you're on the PC. Hopefully that would clear it. But it could just be YouTube having problems. We know what YouTube can be like. There have been times where I've been stuck on 144p for like 6 or 7 hours, and it's been dreadful. YouTube is my main source of entertainment. I think we're going to be a slightly slower split into Falconer, just because of all these random battles we've had. But hopefully that will speed us up later on. We'll start running from these battles. We'll do Bad Catcher Wade because he's an easy battle. I'm very impressed by Tackle so far as well. It hasn't missed. Hard Reset, brilliant. I'm glad that worked for you, Michael. I'll eventually get through 3 steps of grass without an encounter. Goodness me, let's try and make a little bit of time up by going straight into the gym. I don't think we've lost much HP at all. In fact, we've lost no HP. He got a critical hit, which isn't great. I'm glad you like the background music. I just put a little Pokemon loop on. As a lot of people know, I don't listen to the same music because I listen to an awful lot of Pokemon music during the edits. So I just stick on some Spotify music. Spotify, if you're out there, sponsor me. Let's see if we can get through Falconer in a decent time. Should be able to. Grow to level 10, 31 HP, happy days. Should be a 4-shot, maybe a 3-shot. 3-shot, perfect. So this is going to be a slower time by 12.8 seconds. Welcome in, Tech Hunter. I hope you're doing well. And now I must remember to go to the Pokemon Center. On a stream the other day, I completely forgot to do the egg, and we lost a little bit of time. But that was the cursed Teddiursa run. We didn't bring that one to completion because we had the wrong Teddiursa. We've got the right Miltank this time, though. I have triple-checked it. And if something has gone wrong and we've got the wrong Miltank, then I know there are gremlins in my PC. Oh, enjoy your lunch. I'm going to be having lunch after stream. Not quite sure how long the stream is. If we do a good run, I'll try and get a second Pokemon in. Can you stop hurting yourself, you silly cow? We're going to get knocked out by him. I thought we were going to get knocked out by that Zubat then because of confusion luck. Let's heal up as quickly as we possibly can. Welcome in, BG Dragon 1. I'm glad you're catching me for the first time live. I hope you're having fun. Still very much in the warm-up phase of this run. Trying to remember all the bits and bobs that I need to pick up. Going to change my routing ever so slightly, I think, compared to the last Miltank run. I think I'm going to be punching the Steelix in the mouth as opposed to relying on hidden power. But we shall see, because our special attack isn't abysmal. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's not the worst special attack we've ever had. Well, thank you, King Harding. That's very kind of you. I hope I'm not too distracting from work, though. My videos are like ASMR. I have a nice voice that works for these kind of things. That's very kind of you to say as well. I didn't heal at Violet, and that was a mistake. Welcome in, Mad. I hope you're doing well. I caught a bit of your stream the other night, Mad, but I was in bed, so I couldn't talk. You're streaming at all sorts of silly o'clock. Because weren't you sorting out Pokemon Home the other night? And Mad is the lovely person, by the way, Mad Harvey, who created a lot of our emotes here. We also have a new emote for channel members. We have a Kenya that was made by the wonderful chocolate Snicky. You can find him here on YouTube. So I'm very, very grateful to all the people who have made the emotes for me because I am terrible at that kind of stuff. One more level and we will not have to rely on Tackle, which will be fantastic. Because Tackle is not fun. When we're menuing here, we're also going to teach Mudslap. Because we'll need Mudslap for Rival 2. I hope I taught that correctly. Yes, I did. And then we need to Repel. And Super Potion. I'm not used to doing TMs when I've not got a move to delete. Didn't get caught by that horrible trainer there. There are many Pokemon I'm excited to run. Off the top of my head, I'm really excited for the Victory Bell run. Because we get growth super early. And that will be a bit of a game changer. It'll be like a better Sunflora. Really excited to run Camerupt in Fire Red. By the way, Fire Red is going away for a month. I have realised my standard of play is just not there. The people in my Discord know the pain I have had with Fire Red. Over the last few days, I have done 6 failed runs in Fire Red, so it's definitely time for me to get a little bit more practice. So that means we're going to be doing two Johto runs a week for the next little while. And then we're coming back with Alakazam at the start of April. That's the plan anyway. We'll see if that holds out. And we've already got a Psyduck. Perfect. So we're going to use one of our Great Balls and hope it catches first time, which it doesn't because it's a meanie beanie. And that Alakazam, we're going to be starting off as an Abra. So we're going to be getting a random battle teleporting all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Random battle teleporting back. It's probably going to take an hour or so. Goodness me, Psyduck. Thank you. You horrible, horrible quackers duck. I don't think I've had that much struggle with the Great Ball on a Psyduck for a very long time. Abra is going to be a chore, but it's going to be so fun once we're into a Kadabra. Gen 1 starters in Crystal? Yes. Yes, I will be. I am thinking about doing those relatively soon. In fact, I might chop and change my schedule ever so slightly and do them 3 videos on the bounce while we're taking a break from Fire Red. But we've got Kecleon coming out tomorrow. One person guessed that. Slowpoke run soonish. I am figuring out... I'll be perfectly honest with you people. The reason why I've not done any of the branched evos is because I can't figure out how to make the thumbnail not look a big pile of arse. Welcome in Umbreon, I hope you're doing well. I miss Kate and Abby too. It's Kate's birthday tomorrow. I cannot believe just how long we are trying to wait for a Paris. I've not done Sizzle yet. I was actually having a little chat with the lovely Henbane Hedgewitch in here about how we could get a Paris run done. Not Paris, a Sizzle run done. And I think the only fair way to do it would be to do 3 runs. One where we start as a Scyther and don't evolve, one where we start as a Sizzle and don't evolve, and one where we choose where we evolve. So that's going to be a bit of a mammoth chore. I've lost my footage for the evolutions as well. They all got corrupted. I was very, very upset by that. So I'm going to have to do a re-record of all of those. And if I've got any little scraps of footage, I will put those on at the end. I will probably do, like, earliest evolution I can do is 36. But that's exactly why we're doing it, Carnage, because they have the same base stats. I believe they're the only Pokemon that evolves and keeps the same base stats, but shuffles them around. I might be wrong there. And I'm glad you're cured, Umbreon. I hope you weren't feeling too ill at all. It's always nasty when you're ill, isn't it? I love Stomp. Stomp is one of my favourite moves, especially when we go against Muck. Because that Minimalize really does get on my nerves. Oh, the Hitmons are going to be terrible. I can categorically guarantee the Hitmons are going to be well into the 20s, maybe even on the 30s. Hitmontop particularly has one of the worst learn sets. Hitmontop's learn set is... Oh, I'm cringing even thinking about it. Welcome in, Matt. I completely agree. I have seen Hitmontop's learn set. It is abysmal. I would rather do Jumpluff than Hitmontop. Because at least Jumpluff, you know what you're getting into. Hitmontop, it looks like it should be good. Jumpluff's all just like, oh, I'm a little bit crap. But Hitmontop, no, it looks too cool to be that bad. Let's try Falconer, not Falconer, what's this dude's name, Bugsy? No poison this time, we have no Held Item, no Fury Cut is going to do the grand sum of nothing. There we go, that's a very, very good Bugsy time. Although we are running slower, goodness me, that will be because of Psyduck not getting in the ball. As you can probably tell, my first run was incredibly optimised for Miltank. Because Miltank was one of my practice Pokemon. Before I did pre-recorded content and the videos, I did a bunch of practices over on the Purple streaming site. Right, we've got Mudslap Taunt. Let's hope that this goes well. Should be a 2-shot. Hypnosis didn't hit. Perfect. Through the hard part of this battle, we can stomp on a Zubat, it'll flinch, and then we've just got Bayleaf. Bayleaf might hit us a little bit hard with a Razor Leaf if it crits, but it misses instead. Absolutely perfect. That went about as well as we could hope for. We're going to take just 3 steps into here. It would be almost impossible without Mudslap, and we'll see when we do the Tauros redo. Tauros does not have a Mudslap, so we have to do struggle strats. Which Tauros is powerful enough to do struggle strats, unlike some of the other Pokemon. Looking at you, Pineco. Oh, Pineco was an absolute disaster zone. I did that on stream for the first time. What am I doing here? I'm teaching Cut. Getting distracted by chat again. I hope the vacuuming goes well for you, Mad. I'm not sure if any of you remember the Pineco stream. That was very early on in my channel's life cycle, and goodness me, that was a hell of a lot of fun. It was so bad. Pineco was up there with good old Magcargo. And that inspired me, with the help of Kangaskhan, to open up requests on stream. So I now have overlays and save files made for every single Gen 2 Pokemon and every single evolution line in Gen 2. So there are going to be times where I'm going to do a stream and I won't know what I'm running. It'll be up to you people to decide what pain you're going to give me. So I'll make sure I have a good 4 or 5 hours to stream on those days. We can make a big thing of it, so you never know, that might be how we get stuff like the Jumpler for undone. I also have every overlay made for both Emerald and Fire Red now. And we did the maths. It was like 10 hours of coding to get it done. And if we'd have done it manually, that would have been about 126 hours worth of work going into making every single overlay. I've done Sunkern. Sunkern wasn't that bad, because Sunflora has huge special attack. And you get growth, so you can just brute force your way through most of the bad battles. Let's see if we can make a cow happy. She looks happy, that's good enough for me. We've got Mudslap for the Magnemite here, so we can do this trainer early. I like doing this trainer early because your PP management in Rocket Underground can be so tight sometimes. So getting this out of the way now is a real time save, because it could potentially mean not having to go into the Pokemon Center. We're not going to learn Milk Drink. As much as Milk Drink might be handy, I think it's just going to be a waste of a slot when we're one-shotting most things. PP is going to be our main issue here, not HP for this run. So now we can get on the bike and purchase just 200 coins, 200 coins, 100 coins, and purchase an Abra. And we will go and fetch Kenya. Sunflora is better than Jumpluff, yes. I would even be controversial enough to say that Sunkern is better than Hoppip, because at least you start with an attack with Sunkern. I love Kenya, favourite of my HM friends by a long way. That's why I'm going out of my way in Fire Red to get Kenya in every single run. We're getting Abra in Fire Red now as well. It's just a shame we can't get Psyduck for Surf, because I think you need to Surf in order to be able to find Psyduck. Don't need the Quick Claw because our base stat for speed is massive. Accidental encounter with a Venonat there. Welcome in, Denim. I hope you're doing well. We will get to TM28. Never apologise for being late. How is Archie today? Dojuo spins its neck around to learn Fly. We will teach Dig to Paris. We will also teach Sweet Scent to Paris. And I will shift these moves about. So we want Dig in slot 2. We will put Cut up there for now. So yeah, it just springs its neck, ostensibly, and that's how it learns Fly. It's quite painful for it, so I wouldn't recommend doing it very often. But that's how it happens. This trainer's a lot of easy experience when you're a strong attacker, especially with physical attack. Just booting these Kadabra into New Glauconshire. I don't know why I save stated in front of this person here. She doesn't battle you. Welcome in, Peter. I hope you had a lovely day, and I hope the novel is going very, very well for you. And I love the artwork you've been posting in the Discord. And welcome in, CJT. I hope I'm giving the correct emphasis on your name there. I hope you're having a lovely Monday. Could even be a Sunday night for you still. But I hope it's a great day regardless of the actual day it is. Either the start of the working week or the end of the weekend. I know I'd rather it be the weekend still. It's Miltank versus Miltank, and we're both level 20, except she's locked into rollouts because she's a cheater. Level 21, we have defeated Whitney. And let's get the plane badge. We are officially ahead of time now. Xatu run, you don't have very long to wait for that at all. That is the next run I'm recording. Monday morning, but your weekend starts there. Happy days. Now, we do need to make a little bit of a detour here. And we're going to have to take on one extra trainer. So let's get through Spinner Hell. First, flaming piece of grass, and we get a Psyduck. Psyduck is taunting me. We need to take on this trainer here. You said you were a thespian. I remember you saying in your intro on the Discord. We just need to get the rollout TM just in case we don't learn it via level up. Via or via, what do you say? I always interchange between the two. Now we can learn Rock Smash. I'm not going to, but I'll pick it up just in case. Because you never know, things could go terribly wrong. We need to avoid the Drowsy trainer up here. I know that Drowsy is one of Andrew's least favourite Pokemon, and we are getting so many first patch encounters. I went to grammar school too, but I say via. Obviously my grammar school was not as posh as yours. Oh, my grammar school didn't do Latin. We had a little bit of Greek. I wish I'd learnt more Greek in school. My grammar school was a state-funded grammar school, and goodness me, it was such an experience going there, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Let's see now, we stomp on the Umbreon, and Sand Attack did the grand sum of nothing. Perfect. A couple more of these evolution trainers to go. I still feel bitter about losing my evolution footage. You went to Portsmouth Grammar? Sorry for murdering you there, Umbreon. It had to happen. I need to get Surf. I'm not even going to try and read that sentence, Phoenix Fire. That has hurt my brain something else. That was a fake, Umbreon. I don't feel so bad about stomping on it then. I was doing you a favour. A novel about filtering water. That sounds really interesting, actually. The double kick is doing nothing from a Nidoking. This is a great trainer to take on if you're doing early hidden power, because he's got two Nidos fully evolved, and you can just stomp them into next week. I can never remember which side the lucky woman is there. Oh no, we're not getting caught by this trainer. He is the bane of my life. There we go. Get through that. Hug the right hand side there, and we are on our way up towards hidden power. I've realised I've not taught Headbutt yet. Might save that and roll with Stomp for a little bit. We cannot learn Detect, so we'll not go there. And here is the moment of truth. Do I have the correct Miltank? Yes, I do. Thank goodness for that. I did triple check, but there's still that moment of panic every time I teach Hidden Power. Let's do a cheeky little heal here, and we'll go and get early Mint Berry as well, just in case we need it. I'd rather you didn't call me Mr. Bike Shop Man. The one thing I'm not looking forward to when I do the Emerald runs is the sheer volume of phone calls we're going to get. I am going to replace Stomp, just because Headbutt was a damage range on that Wooper. And if it's damage range on a Wooper, we need a little bit more power. I'd like to see the branding. My favourite non-major trainer battle. That Nidoking trainer is definitely up there. I like taking on the Triple Magnemite trainer in the underground as well. I hate taking on this woman. She can get in the bin with her Corsola that knows Recover. Ha! Go down in 2 shots. This trainer's not terrible. He's got a pair of Slowpoke. And I like going up against Pokefan Ruth because I just say God's truth, Ruth, every single time. And that's the kind of thing that makes me happy. Oh, for goodness sake, we're paralysed. But the good thing is, we don't have any more trainers. So we can teleport back. That was Fire Red muscle memory coming through there. Hidden power, it's ground. It should be in the top right-hand corner of the overlay. We've not found a way to edit it in-game, but we can get it on the overlay at the very least. So in the top right-hand corner, our moves are listed, and we now, through the magic of the wonderful program Game Hook, have the option to show all our hidden power types. And the equation for that, all I will say is Kangaskhan is much, much smarter than me. Is Slowpoke the earliest headbutt user? It very much might be, you know. I'm not 100% familiar with the encounter tables for Gen 2, for Gen 4. Hidden Power Ground is the best choice for a Miltank. Because our big issue is not being able to hit the ghosts. So by using Hidden Power Ground, we can just knock them into next week. We do have the stat totals on screen, and you might notice that these stat totals increase when we're in battle. That's because the Johto badges give you boosts to certain stats. So for instance, when we got Falconer's badge, we got a boost to our physical attack. So in battle, that number goes up. Quite significantly, actually. So it's at 64 at the moment, and it goes down to 57 when we're out of battle. So they do update to account for the badge boosts. Which was completely unintentional, but it makes me look smart, so I'm happy about it. 6 PP left. Hopefully we can get through both of these gym trainers, then do a heal. Might need to do it, but no, we're fine. It's just a Haunter. We haunt it streams instead. And the final gym trainer is medium Martha, or is this one Grace? This one's Martha. Whitney gives a boost to normal type, and there are 2 different badge boosts in Gen 2. It's very, very strange. So each badge corresponds to a type. So you'll get an increase in power per type. So for instance, Whitney's badge, she's a normal type leader. You'll get an increase in power to your normal type moves once you've defeated Whitney. And the same thing happens with certain badges for different stats. So for instance, your attack stat gets increased by good old Falconer's badge. And people clearly just love eating salamanders. So you actually get a double boost. Hypnosis, that was not what I was hoping for. I want to keep this berry because of the fighting gym. So I think we're going to be better off just waiting for a Hypnosis miss. It's a low accuracy move. And the mint berry is going to be so much handier over at Chuck's gym, because he'll try and send us to sleep, then do a dynamic punch on us. More games do need to sell Moo Moo Milk. You might notice our time has gone a little bit slow again. That might, I'm not quite sure why that is. Might be because we did early mint berry, so we should hopefully save a little bit of time here. We've got to get our skates on though. I really, really like the mint berry. And I like Moo Moo Milk as well. I just wish you could buy them in bulk. Don't you normally have to buy them by the dozen? Welcome in, Kambe. I hope you're having a lovely time working from home. And God, Ruth, I missed her. I was too busy looking at chat and panicking as to why I'm a minute and 19 behind where I should be. I'm sure we'll make it up. We'd better make it up. Let's get 21 super potions, and let's get 10 hyper potions. Natural Gift is such an interesting move. Teach Strength to Psyduck, we'll teach Surf at the same time. We're not going to teach our cow to surf. Because quite frankly, I don't want to taint the ocean with her udders. One at a time is absolute torture. I keep accidentally hitting that bird keeper. This trainer is dangerous if you can't Oko Growlithe. Could an Executor take on Claire? Executor did take on Claire. That run was done back in August. The berry trees get on my nerves with just how all over the place they are. Do you also get a TM for that, or am I talking out of my bum there? Take on this optional. In Gen 4, I see no reason for Executor not to take on Claire. It's got the type advantage, well, it's got the neutral type advantage over Kingdra, and it doesn't have any reason to not take on Claire and do well. I think it's a base stat around about 500. I'm sure Andrew the Sandshrew knows the exact stats because he's an incredibly clever person. But I think it's well into the 500s. It might be a 525, it might just be a 500. That spinner there is the bane of my life crossing the sea. The amount of times I've been caught by that one. We'll heal here, and we need to get the secret potion, the drugs for the Ampharos. Right, this gym could be a little bit tricky. I don't know too much about Gen 4. 520, I was close enough. Fire Punch didn't burn, perfect. That is shocking. That would be a really good idea, Julius. Being able to grow your berries. Wasn't there something similar in Alola, where you rescued somebody, and then you got to grow berries on the berry field? There was a thing in Gen 6 as well, actually, wasn't there? Just south of the daycare. $530 these days. It's got a buff. I don't think it needed a buff, but it's got one. Leah failed. That is perfect. Now, are you going to go straight for Hypnosis? Or are you going straight for Dynamic Punch? Oh, dear. It doesn't matter. We're clawing back some time now. Crabrawler was fun. I am going to use a Super Potion here just because we are very low HP and a couple of Dragon Rages could knock us out. Got the red scale, hopefully no encounters. Hello, liar. We will now fly to Mahogany. Don't need a heal, we've got plenty of power points. I can't remember which Pokemon it was, but one of them, I think it might have been Farfetch'd, got a ridiculous buff in Gen 7. And goodness me, it needed it. Because pre-Gen 7 Farfetch'd, oh, it's awful. You do get Swords Dance very early on in Gen 3, though. In Gen 3 and Gen 2. Welcome in, Joanna. I hope you're having a lovely morning. I think you get Swords Dance at something like level 24. For a Farfetch'd in Crystal. Yes, Farfetch'd has the Alolan form. That's when they started doing extra evolutions as well. Not the Alolan form, the Galarian form. So the Alolan forms, it was just the standard lines. That's not bad going. I was only one level out. There's a trainer in this game that has a Paris with Swords Dance, and I can't tell if he's cheating or if he's brought it in from Generation 1 and used the time capsule. Because it has Swords Dance, and that is incredibly handy for certain runs, but seems a little bit cheaty that I can't use it on a Paris run myself. Gotta remember to speak to her, otherwise she won't give me the password. And we've got to speak to this dude as well. I think he's just got Eradicate, so it shouldn't be too bad. What's our next move? At level 34 we learn Rollout. We're going to be teaching that. No Slugma and Alola. Sounds like my perfect region. I complain about Slugma, but I've got such a soft spot for it. The other one that I don't get is why there was no Oddish line in Alola. A nice 25 increase to attack there for Farfetch'd is perfect. It's what it needed. The rival shows up there because he's trying to prove that he's strong. Oh, for goodness sake. I have messed up ever so slightly here. So I am going to pause the timer because I did all the movement. I've got to speak to the bird. There we go. That's my one error I'm allowing in this run. There we go. Island Scan, I think is what it was called in Gen 7. Was that the one where you took pictures of QR codes? That was a whole thing, wasn't it? I thought you had to remember the passwords as well. I'm glad that in Gen 8 they did do regional forms outside of Cantonian Pokémon. But I still prefer the Alolan forms over the Galarian forms. Oh, that was a nice way to register shinies in the decks, wasn't it? I remember people just used to scan random QR codes. Oh dear. That was bad. My movement is all over the place. I think the worst incentive in recent times for filling the decks is in BDSP. The fact that a Shiny Charm doesn't work for random encounters is absolutely whack. That felt like a slow rocket section. Oh, it was a quick rocket section. Got the Glacier badge now, NTM16. I remember first exit, unfortunately. Now we're going to do things in a very slightly different order to how we used to. We're going to be doing our cleanup and our sweep of things before Badge 7. I don't think it was laziness myself. I think it was them wanting to control the amount of Pokemon in the game. Because Game Freak have this thing where they try and shoehorn you into playing a very specific way. And one of the ways they can do that is by limiting the choices available. That is why I think they got rid of so many moves as well. I agree there about BDSP. It wasn't a vibe. I liked the Grand Underground, but overall, especially with it not connecting properly to the other Gen 8 games and not having the full Pokédex in, it just felt like it was stuck out there on its own. It's like they took the bad parts of Let's Go and made that into a full game. Because Let's Go is a very good game on its own, but if you try and bring it into the fold of the other Pokemon games, it's not the best. I mean, I personally love Let's Go, but it's not like any other Pokemon game. But at the same time, it's not innovative like Legends Arceus was. ORAS are the best remakes in my opinion. I know a lot of people like the Gen 4 remakes of Gen 2, but ORAS I will always have a soft spot for. Right, I want to get a couple of Fire Punches and a couple of Icy Punches, and while we're at it, we'll get a couple of Headbutts as well. Stick on another Repel. Now, this trainer here has Supervision. Get the Rare Candy, and now we will fly to Olivine. We've got to ascend the Lighthouse. So our Jasmine split might be a little bit slower, but that's because we're doing things in a very different order, so we're going to make up time at the Claire split. I really hope we get Let's Go Johto. I will take either Legends Johto or Let's Go Johto, though. And just for this battle, we are going to use Fire Punch. So we'll say goodbye to Headbutt for now, and we will use Fire Punch. Oh, goodness sake. She's going to heal. We got the burn, that's what I wanted. So we're 1:09 behind, but we have done Sprout Tower. That's a lot of things with the gimmicks of recent generations, isn't it? They're not going to be around in the next gen. But it is at this point, we are 7 badges in. And at 7 badges in, I always take a little bit of mental breathing room. So I am going to take just a couple of minutes short break. I hope you all can appreciate that. It's very, very brain intensive work doing these runs. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes break and I will be back very, very quickly. And just before I forget, YouTube tells me to tell everyone to click the like button on the stream. It really does help and all that jazz. You know what I mean. Anyway, back in a couple. And in the words of RJ the Poet, we are back. Thank you for your patience there. I tried to make my little stretch and think break as quick as possible. So we'll unpause the timer and we will get back on with it. The first thing we're going to do is teach Headbutt in place of Fire Punch. A very interesting point you're making there, Peter. I'm going to be doing a second leaderboard. I think that's the fairest way to do it. Because these are redos. These aren't first impressions. And as a lot of people know, for the most part, with the exception of like 2 or 3 Pokemon that needed a little taster run up to like Whitney, or in some cases Jasmine, my first runs are the ones that go up on YouTube. So you get the whole genuine experience of what it's like first time playing through with a Pokemon. Because I kind of like doing it that way. I think that's the way I get the most enjoyment out of doing these runs. Because there are plenty of other far better players than me who do really optimized runs. And they are so fun to watch just how well it can do in perfect situations. I've not done Togetic yet. Honestly, I completely forgot Togetic was a Pokemon. As bad as that is. Scott is so clever. I think he's created a piece of software, hasn't he, that tells him the most optimal route through the game for each Pokemon. Togetic got better when it could evolve into Togekiss. Oh, for goodness sake. We'll take on this optional. We've got enough decent moves, I would hope. Let's start rolling. We've not used rollout. I'd be very intrigued to find out who made it then. Because whoever it is, they are so smart. Like, that is a work of genius. I hope we get new regionals as well. Togekiss was introduced in Generation 4. They added an awful lot of evolutions for Gen 1 Pokemon, and some Gen 2s, actually. Scott is an incredibly intelligent person, though. Got an awful lot of admiration for him. This is going badly. This is going really badly. Ooh. My PP management was not on point there. You chewed through that potion, Miltank. Generally on stream I add about 5 minutes to my runs anyway. That was incredibly close. Just shows I need to pay more attention to the game. I can't do these runs on autopilot. My runs are my runs. I don't really have any kind of great opinion either way on my runs. They are just what they are. For goodness sake, not the confusion, bad luck. Sod it, we're taking a reset there. Stomp has more PP, but it was damage ranging earlier. There we go, it's fine. He used Wing Attack. Sometimes it's better to abandon a battle than waste time when you could be in danger of fainting. Well, that Sneasel could not punch its way out of a paper bag, could it? Poison powder? Yep, called it. I think we picked up a couple of full heals en route. Came for the Pokemon, stayed for the British accent. I have the most generic British accent there is. I just sound vaguely British. As we learnt from this weekend, Muck is incredibly bulky, so I'm glad Hidden Power knocked it out in one shot. We'll use a couple of ethers down here, save a little bit of time. We are getting close to what I would call a very good learn set, though, on our Miltank. Once we've beaten Claire and we have Earthquake, and once we teach Return with a pink bow, I think we'll be very, very, very well off with our moves. You're British. Whereabouts are you from, Kambe, if you don't mind me asking? I'll tell you roughly how far in distance I am from you. There's the good old bumhead fired up. Stab Return is very, very brutal, especially with the pink bow and with the badge boost and with the attack boost. West Midlands, I think we've spoken about this, actually. I'm fairly certain I remember you telling me you were from West Midlands. I am in the north, would you believe? I am in, I was going to say sunny Lancashire, but it is so wet today. I normally go outside and like get a bit of fresh air and stretch my legs and stuff. But goodness me, I'd need to take a 10-minute break to dry off. It's like someone's turned a shower on out there. And the other day it was snowing, now it's warm and wet. We're going to go back to snow tonight, apparently. I just wish it would make up its bloody mind. A miserable Bristol right now. Well, hopefully Bristol can cheer up a little bit. Got a few people in from Minnesota. I don't know my states that well, I've got to be honest. I know roughly where the states are. Cloudy and sunny all at the same time. Yep, very much. Snowstorm after snowstorm sounds like my idea of torture. I hate the cold weather. That, I'm assuming, is 41 degrees Fahrenheit, not 41 degrees Celsius, because if that was Celsius, that would be ridiculous. Minnesota, I like that. I heard that the South Coast didn't get hit so hard with the bad weather. And I'm jealous. I'm up on the top of a hill in Lancashire. Hidden Power is ground. It should be on the top right-hand corner of the screen. The gamble paid off there. Next time we menu, we're going to teach Ice Punch. And we're going to teach Ice Punch. Or do we just go straight for Return? I've not decided. You've got dodgy internet. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your internet fixes itself as quickly as possible. Did I stick a rappel on? No, I didn't. It's been very windy this March. I don't know what it is. Just like the air's gone, I've got places to go, people to see out my way. Get a move on. Snowstorms in Idaho, that does not sound nice at all. When I think of Idaho, I think of The Simpsons and Ralph Wiggum. And his costume when he was dressing up as Idaho. Not 100% sure whether we're using Return or Ice Punch yet. We're going to find out mid-Claire's gym. So we'll pick up the Nevermelt Ice just in case. Yes, Lisa is Florida. I don't have the space for Rock Smash on a HM friend. And that's the only place we would benefit from Rock Smash. Just going to pause the timer to sort out my bag. As people know, I'm heavily dyslexic, so this is a very inconsistent thing, so I sort my bag out at this point. And I think it's so wet that I'm hearing the rain just tumbling down outside. It is a TM in this game. And then it became a HM, then I think it was a TM again and a HM again. They're never quite sure what they want to do with it. I have realised we're still holding that mint berry. Oh, Body Slam. That's interesting. That changes the routing ever so slightly. I didn't notice that on the level up left set. Base 85 is nice. That is Scott's signature move. I think I have a signature move, but I'm not sure people will be able to get what it is. I definitely have a favourite move in these runs, and I very rarely get to use it. I don't know how far ahead I am yet. We'll have to wait and see what Claire's badge split is, because we've done things in a slightly different order. Right. We are taking a reset there, and Body Slam just is not cutting the mustard. So we are going to try Return. We'll try Return, see what that does. And we will also put on the pink bow at the same time. That is a very good point. Rollout, isn't it? I do like rollout. Zap Cannon's a really fun move to gamble with. I love Zap Cannon just because of how ridiculous it is, but that's not the one I was thinking of. Miltank is a biped, to be fair. Mine is a very strong normal type move that isn't Return. And I think I've had it in like 3 or 4 runs. We're not using Icy Wind because this is going to be stronger. Headbutt's a nice move. But this one shows up very, very infrequently. It's not Stomp. I'm trying to think. I've had it on Dodrio, had it on Porygon. I think I had it on Magnemite. Tri-Attack, you're absolutely correct. I love Tri-Attack. It's my absolute most favourite move because you don't know what status condition the opponent's going to get. And that's so fun. Alright, let's see the damage. Just how much faster or slower we are. 1 minute 18 ahead. That is not bad going. Tri-Attack, yep, so fun. Get that Max Elixir there, and now we can dig out. Get pestered by Professor Elm. Go away, Elm. Nobody wants to talk to you. I'm glad you're enjoying the music. I don't know what music's playing, but I'm very glad you're enjoying it. Welcome in, Malik. We are currently on our way to the Pokemon League. Drampa's normal dragon typing is weird. I was kind of hoping that a Dunsparce evolution would get the normal dragon typing. Took that heal in Blackthorn City so that we can try and do a little bit of training here, because we're only level 44, and that is very low going into the league. I do like the Dunsparce. It's not terrible. It's very much Game Freak trolling us. The Mario movie, no. I'm not a big fan of watching films in general. So I probably won't be watching it, but I do love playing Mario at the very least. Just your normal friendly neighborhood dragon that looks like a grandpa. I'd like another huge dragon type. I'd like a dragon type with the size of Wailord. All the streams stay up public on the channel. You just need to click the live tab. Miltank is in the slow level up group, I believe. And this is my third run back-to-back that I've done, including 2 yesterday, where I've been in the slow level up group. And it's starting to get on my nerves. So I'm used to being like level 49, 50 at this point. I didn't watch Detective Pikachu. I wanted to, and I never got round to it. I've heard it's very funny, though. Welcome in, Peach. I hope you're having a lovely day at work. I hope work's going very quickly for you. And we'll knock out Desperately Seeking Susan there as well. And that's Fisher Scott, all taken care of. Let's now move on to Psychic Richard with his Espeon. This is a good litmus test for later on, and that is very, very good. Your morning meeting is over. Perfect. That's what we like to see. Nido King or Nido Queen? I'm not 100% sure, I've got to be honest. I haven't looked too in depth in the Nidos yet. Ipom and Pangoro being in live action sounds like nightmare fuel. I've heard a lot about the sequel being greenlit. I've done a few Stone Evolutions. I've not done a Moonstone Evolution yet. And as it happens, Moonstone Evolutions come at roughly the same time as the other Stone Evolutions. I know nothing about Sonic 2, so there won't be any spoilers coming from my mouth. Andrew, I know you really do not like Hypno, and I'm all for that. Live action Mr. Mime, yeah. Mr. Mime in game is creepy enough. Golduck Run, that'll be coming soonish. Yes, if you don't want to know the scores, look away now. Didn't the same guy do that, if you don't want to know the scores, look away now, for like 30, 40 years? And we get Earthquake, this is perfection. Sorry, the emphasis was all weird on that then. This is perfection, not perfection. I remember the fallout of the first trailer for the Sonic movie. Where didn't Sonic have those really weird teeth or something? And they had to go back to the drawing board. That was a weird time, wasn't it? Right, that's Rival done and dusted for another run. There's my first done and dusted of the stream. Let's say thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, And to Paris, you've been a great help in the Johto region. Get some well-deserved rest. Well, it is time for Miltank to shine. So we're going to stick our 4 filler restores at the very, very top of the bag. And we've accidentally made it into the league. So let's take a little look at our stats. We are level 48, nearly level 49, with 170 HP. We're holding a pink bow with Return, Rollout, Defense Curl, and Earthquake. 110 in attack, 136 in defense. Special attack of 73, Spadef of 101, and speed of 131. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to replace Rollout just for a few battles. Because we've got a lot of Pokemon that I think Shadow Ball will be good against. Let's see if this is a colossal misplay. Because, of course, in this generation, Shadow Ball is physical. And we are a strong physical attacker. I love a lot of games. I'm really into Fall Guys, but I've burnt out on that. I love playing Mario. I was really addicted to Mario Maker back in the day. I used to play a fair amount of COD, but I've not played COD in years now. Goodness, how long has it been since I last played COD? I dread to think. And my all-time favourite relaxing game to play is probably Banjo-Kazooie. I've not played Bullet Chess, no. Do not go boom. It's going to go boom, innit? No, it's not going to go boom. Ha! Oh, this Koga battle is going really badly. Please one shot. No. Double team. No, this is going all kinds of badly. Ooh, clutch again with the poison. We'll restore the crap out of that. Meowdy, Rumus, I hope you're doing well. For those of you who don't know, and I say this every time, Rumus is my sister. My lovely, lovely sister. This one could be brutal. Let's hope that we can OHKO everything. That's a good start. That's an even better start. Yep, that's an even better mid. Cross shot, we can survive one, but it misses. And the final Pokemon is a pathetic Onix, so we'll Earthquake out of there as he uses Sandstorm. Full Restore. Max Elixir. Happy days. One shot on the Umbreon, that's perfect. Oh, Christ. We're paralysed. Right, we've got 3 turns to knock this out. We don't need 3 turns, we just need 1 turn. I will post my Discord link after Lance. I create an invite just for the stream. So, the Discord link... Oh, Jesus Christ, mate. Why are you hyper beaming? Oh, dear. I asked the community about doing non-Pokemon related content, and everyone just said no. We are going to have to do the old rollout strat, I think. So it's worth picking up an Ice Punch just in case. I might launch a second channel for other content. It's we'll do a defense curl there, and now we've just got to get to rolling. And hope that we hit all of them. Don't know what that noise was there. I know the Thunder Wave missed, but we'd get hit on the second one. Welcome in, Dr. Coof. I hope you're having a lovely day. Good old 4 times week there. Heal Bell, no thank you. We missed. Oh, return. Oh! Mine would be better if I wasn't doing a slower time. Right, we've got a lot of time to make up in Kanto. But our lead time is 109.05. I think second channel is going to be the way to do it. I don't play Smash. My thumbs cannot take it. I have a lot of pain in my thumbs from doing these runs, so I've got to be careful with it. So mashing is not a good idea for me. But we are at the midpoint of the game, as it were. We're very much after the midpoint of the run. But this is where I take another break. Here's the Discord link for anyone who wants to join. I say here's the Discord link and then send doesn't work. But there is the Discord link for anyone who wants to join. I will be back in roughly 2 or 3 minutes time, and we'll be outside our house in New Bark Town. And in the words of RJ Poet, we're back. Thank you for your patience there. We've got through the end credits. We're all good to go for the last half, or the last part, I should say, of the Miltank run. So, let's unpause the timer and let's see if we can make up some time through Kanto. Doing the new routing here, max repel on, let's start biking. This is where I really put the pressure on me. I recorded a run yesterday, or should I say I completed a run yesterday. Why am I healing? What is wrong with me? I recorded a run yesterday where I had to take a huge break after the last battle because it was just so remarkable that I was shaking after it. I cannot wait to share that run with you. But it does mean the splits are messed up because my PC restarted midway through. So I've got the Johto splits and then I've got the Kanto splits separately. Welcome into the Discord, all of you who have joined. I'm glad to have you there. I hate hitting that spinner. He's got 6 Pokemon. That's all the Rare Candies got in Johto. Let us now go over to Kanto. And I don't think we're going to pick up Curse this time. I think we're going to go straight for Rollout. We need to take advantage of our high speed. Because we've got, what is that, 145 speed at the moment. And in battle, that's going to be even higher. 163 speed, so Curse might not be the play. I think a Defense Curl rollout strategy will be the best way to go. And then just hope the RNG hits. Crystal's my favourite Pokemon game. Definitely to run anyway. It's got the best pacing. I am in a bad mood with Fire Red at the moment. I'm going to be learning Emerald now. So, in Discord, I do a lot of learning streams, where I just go through the game, try and figure out my routing, and get comfortable with it. I did that with Fire Red, and we're doing that with Emerald very soon. Online game with bad netcode sounds like most Nintendo online games, to be fair. Gold was my first Pokemon game, so I've got a lot of nostalgia for Johto. But then I really got into Pokemon with Gen 3. I know a lot of people don't like Hoenn, but honestly I really like it. I just wish Hoenn had like a tall summit with some more ice types. Hoenn's your least favourite region. I know a lot of people don't like Hoenn as a region. I totally get it as well. I kind of like having the perfectly balanced 17 of each type of route. And goodness me, my stomach just growled at me then. I hope that didn't get picked up on the microphone. It sounded like my own personal thunderstorm. That just became a meme. Galar had the potential to be so good. Gen 5 being your least favourite, that's very controversial in the Pokemon community, isn't it? I get it though. Like, Unova to me is just a big circle. It's not a bad circle, but it is just a circle. Getting a couple of bad damage ranges there. Why do I start with Erica instead of Surge? It's because we've got to go back to Surge anyway. So I like to take off all the ones on the outskirts first. And then just do a big sweep down. So we take care of Erica. Then we can go and do all this jazz over at the power plant. And then we can sweep down and then do the same on the left-hand side. The only one that throws a bit of a spanner in the works there is Janine. Because she's all the way in absolute middle of nowhere. I like a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon. My favourite Gen 5 Pokemon probably is Bouffalant, though. But then, is that a surprise? I love my strong normal types. Puffagrigus, that is an interesting Pokemon. I like its ability. Zekrom's a good Pokemon. Stoutland, I'm scared of dogs. That's my reason for not being such a huge fan of Stoutland. I'm not sure which Pokemon I'm going to be running after Miltank. I'm going to see how much time we have left. We should be good for time. I've changed my routing here. And it's throwing my muscle memory. Sneasel? No, that's going to take a little too long today, I think. Sneasel deserves its own stream as well. Noctowl is surprisingly bad. We'll find a Pokemon that is a vibe for us all. Sneasel with Chuck is already giving me terrors. Wigglytuff's fun once you learn an attacking move. I don't have time for the evolutions. Their plan for all of those is to do all 5 of them at once. I've actually done a run with all 5 evolutions before, but the footage got corrupted, so I wasn't able to release that video. I still have the times for them as well, and it was such a shame. Because the Pokemon you'd expect to be in second was very slow. We can't do Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is coming out on Saturday. That run's all recorded. I think my plan for the Nidos will be to give myself, maybe start stream a little bit earlier and do both of them back to back. Talking of Dan, it's Kangaskhan's birthday tomorrow, so go to youtube.com/Kangaskhan and we shall give him a nice birthday present by subscribing to him. Ariados, I am scared of spiders. That's why I didn't do it for Halloween. Everyone's favourite Gen 6 Pokemon, probably Dedenne. I will be doing the Eevees again, yeah. Welcome in, Claudio. I hope you're doing very, very well today. Launcher, that's a grenade launcher on a Pokemon. Lucha's cool, yeah. Totally agree there. I love how laughable Sabrina is in Gen 2. She goes from being one of the scariest leaders to just being completely trivial. Got one of my bogey spinners coming up now. I always seem to hate this spinner. But this time I got through first time, perfect. Sometimes I forget to go to Lavender Town and it really throws my routing. Even Blue's not that bad, to be fair. Goodra's cool. Oh, that's really interesting. Having a guaranteed hit for like a ridiculously powerful move, that would be a really interesting thing. The only thing we should need to use Earthquake on here is this Magneton. I loved a lot of Hisuian Pokemon. I want to try and get Hisuian Voltorb and Hisuian Electrode into Gold and Silver, or Crystal for that matter. And I'd do a run with them. Right, here is where we're inevitably going to get caught by 3 Drill. Maybe on the way down, actually. Lock-on Dynamic Punch is fun. In these kind of runs, though, generally it's better off to use a weaker move twice than a stronger move once, if it takes 2 turns. That's why I don't like using Dig and Fly. The Unova Pokemon deserved love. Oh, wrong move. But we are now racing ahead of our old time. We have got a much quicker Kanto here. Go on, 3 Drill. Oh, God. Hoot hoot. I think a lot of the issue with the Gen 5 designs is people see them as analogues of Gen 1 Pokemon. So, like, they don't see the point in, say, Sork and Throw because they're just Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee in people's psyche. Tauros, Buffalant. The Roggenrola line and the Geodude line, even though they're different typings, there are a lot like that people just don't vibe with. But then the original designs are perfect. Timber and Machop, yeah. I don't like how veiny the Timber line is, that's for sure. Full Macargo, 4 times weak to ground, goes down straight away. Muna and Mushana are like good Drowsy and Hypno. People do like to complain. It's part of human nature though, isn't it? I think everyone likes a good whinge every so often. It can be very cathartic, can't it? Yes, it is literally United States of America. A lot of people don't like what Black and White 2 did as well, where they introduced a lot of older Pokemon back into the game. Right, it's blue time. I'm not feeling too confident about this. Please mirror move. Yep. Blue's Pokemon is miserable. Return does nothing. He's probably going to Rain Dance. Yeah. Executor? Yeah. I don't know what I was so worried about. Earth badge acquired. Let's not count our chickens before they become eggs. That's not the phrase at all, is it? Let's not count our chickens before they've hatched. But we could potentially get sub 90 minutes here. It all depends on the blue fight. But yeah, let's not count our chickens before they become eggs. That's the saying now. I messed up there. I meant to fly instead of teleport, so keeping the timer paused because that was very much player error. Feeling the pressure at the moment. So as soon as we get to Silver Cave, I will restart the timer like that, and then I will fly to Silver Cave. There we go, back on track. Apologies for that. Let's fling those rare candies up to top. Teleport. Flash. Because I still don't know my way around here. And let's just go for it. Outspeed the Pikachu. One-shot the Pikachu, that's good. That's not so good. I thought it was going to go for Defense Curl there. Don't know what happened with my reset counter then. Let's just make sure it's not broken. There we go. Well, that definitely isn't the play, is it? Let's stop pumping in some rare candies. Yes, Carlos added the fewest number of Pokémon. I'm surprised he didn't go for Amnesia. And he gets a crit. Perfect. Could still be a two-shot? No. Bummer. Now he goes for Amnesia. Critical hit. Body Slam didn't paralyze us. Reflect has faded. We should have put the leftovers on. Really should have put the leftovers on. Where are my leftovers? Give. Pump in some more rare candies. Add one to the reset timer. Brute force our way through this. It's going to paralyze us. I can just feel it. Oh. That critical hit would have been nice later on, or earlier on, I should say. It's going to be a damage range, and we're going to... Oh, critical hit! Flamethrower is going to knock us out. Let's just dump in all four and try the rolling. I'm going to try and get one where he doesn't charm us. I think that's going to be the best play. We're not going to get sub 90 minutes, unfortunately. But we're going to be bloody close, hopefully. Yes, the ancient rolling cow technique. We've got a Spadef drop there, which is flaming terrible. Oof. Ooh. We've hit that rollout. We've hit it. We got sub 90 minutes. Oh, just about. $129.49. Almost 10 minutes saved. I am very, very happy with that. Oh, that was a good battle, wasn't it? Very proud of Whitney the Miltank there. And of course, we're going to return Kenya as we do on all of our streams. Miltank is very powerful with the right moves. It is illegal, but this is a Pokemon world, and we will save there as well. Right, well that is Miltank all done and dusted. That was a very quick run. I have about 2 hours left that I can stream today. And the question is, what do we do? Because we've just done Miltank. Sleep well, Peter. Thank you for hanging around. Stantler. We've not done a Stantler in a while. That's a really good shout. It is another normal type. I was thinking maybe trying Jinx again. Because it's been a very long time since we've done Jinx. Yep, starting off with Smoochum. Mewtwo's fun. Igglybuff, we don't have the time for. Pidgey's an interesting one. We could do Jinx today, then the next stream we could do Electabuzz and Magmar together for their redo. I've got a fighting type coming out. We could do a Ferret redo. Ferret was on top of the leaderboard for a very short time. Redos are preferable. I would rather do anything else than Hitmontop. Hitmontop is one of the actual worst. I remember the last time I opened up to this, someone donated a really ridiculous amount of money, and then I had the pain of the Fortress run, so I'm feeling a little bit nervous for what suggestions are going to come up. Cargo, no, that's torture. Girafarig, we've already done a redo. Seeing a few Pidgeot suggestions. I don't know if I've got Pidgeot all ready. Because I'm going to need to take a couple of minutes to make a thumbnail for whatever it is we do. Tenure's fun. We're getting a lot of requests for Pidgeot. I might not be able to take its full completion because I'm on quite a strict time limit of around about 2 hours 10 minutes. But I will see if we can get a Pidgeot all made up. I tell you what, I'll put a poll because people seem to want one of two things. Right, the poll is on the way. Pidgeot or Fearow? I'll give you a couple of minutes. Fearow's easier for me. Because I've got a thumbnail for Fearow. I don't have a thumbnail for Pidgeot. In fact, Photoshop is not there. So I am currently creating thumbnails for both of these as we see what goes on. Oh, it's looking like Pidgeot. Rascal, we're figuring out of Pidgeot or Fearow. I actually have a base template for Pidgeot, and then I'll take a couple of minutes to get everything set up for Pidgeot, because that could take just a hot second or two. So we'll get this done as quickly as we possibly can. That's the trouble with doing chat's choice. I have an awful lot of stuff that I need to quickly make up. So please do bear with me ever so slightly. So we'll need to rename the stream and stuff as well. But I am working as quickly as I possibly can. It just means I can't look at chat for a very quick second, so please don't say anything dirty in there while I can't moderate. I hope everyone did enjoy the, what was it we just ran? I've forgotten already. The Miltank run, Doi. We're almost there, thank goodness. It's looking like Pidgeot is going to win it. So, if I do one of these, and then one of these, Pidgeot Live. Oh, that is quite a nice thumbnail, even if I do say so myself. I need to now edit the title of the stream. Pidgeot first try, I need to edit the thumbnail. Pidgeot does get Mirror Move in Gen 2, or at least, if it doesn't, then Blue's Pidgeot is a nasty cheating little so-and-so. We are almost getting there. Nickname suggestion for Pidgeot, please. I need a nickname for Pidgey. Bird Jesus, that sounds good to me. Will Bird Jesus fit? That is the question. Yes, it does fit. Just need to set the hidden power type, then I'll take a couple of minutes quick break, and then we'll get on with the run. And I think for this, I'm just going to use Fearo's hidden power type, whatever the hell that was. It's been so long since I ran Fearo. And here's where we're hoping that the automatic overlay system works. When did I run Fearo? Goodness me, that long ago. Right, so it's Hidden Power Ground yet again. Unfortunately, a lot of these hidden powers are going to be Hidden Power Ground. Oh god, the Pidgeot that, or the Pidgey that the game gave me was truly horrific. Had mostly 0 DVs. So we'll end that poll, and I am going to go on a very, very short break. Well, I test a couple of bits. Actually, I need to test this on stream very quickly beforehand. Blank works. Level does not work, because that's still showing Miltank stuff. So if I do this, and then that, would you look at that, we're now a Pidgey. Reset the resets right, and reset the timer. Edit the layout, because we don't have a run one for this. Very rough learn set, but we do get Wing Attack at level 29, or probably like 30 odd. Right, quick break time for me. Gonna have a little think about how I'm gonna run this benighted thing, and then we'll be rejoining very much before the top of the hour, so very much before the o'clock. So please do bear with me, stand by, it's time for run 2 of the day. And it's bird time. I wish the name Squidgeot had come in before I'd made the save. In fact, do we want it called Squidgeot? Let's do another quick poll. This is only going to be like a short minute poll. Let's find out which people want it to be. Because I love the name Squidgeot. And that's like a quick 30-second fix. I think this poll is a landslide, isn't it? Goodness me, 92% for Squidgeot, 1%, 15. Oh, I'm gonna give you about 5-10 more seconds, but it looks like it's going to be Squidgeot. That is a brilliant name. Absolutely wonderful name. And once again, I would like to say thank you all for watching this stream. If you are enjoying yourself, please do think about leaving a like. It'll show the stream to more people and we can have lots more fun. It's going to be Squidgeot. So we will export the save. And then nobody see this, Nintendo might get mad at me. Welcome in, Skullcracker. Let's check. No, that has changed itself to Bird Jesus. Let's try that again, shall we? No, I don't want to rename the title. I want to run the title. It will definitely be slower than Firo, that is for sure. Thank you for popping in, Peachleaf. That... all you lovely people make this so fun. I wouldn't be here without all you lovely people. Not in any kind of morbid way. Oh dear, I just realised how that could sound. But I would not be doing this content if it wasn't for all of you lovely people. You make me so happy. Yes, Firo is faster and more aggressive, but we're still going to try and get a good time. And we get Gust at level 9, so we're going to start the timer. And we're going to see just how well or badly we do. It's bird-on-bird action here as we... I love that back sprite for Pidgey. Oh, that's so cute. Already very happy. This is very much we have Sphero at home. You're absolutely correct. Oh, thank you, Peachleaf. That is very kind of you. Nobody ever has to donate for this. I do this just because I like hanging out with all of you lovely people. Right, I need to remember I've picked up this bloody berry, so I don't need to go back for it on the way back. Yeah, sod it, let's have a heal. I'm not expecting great things from Pidgeot, so I'm going to maybe play a little bit more recklessly than normal. Because this one probably isn't going into the leaderboard. Now, I've been thinking once a month or so, I'm going to do like a big highlights video where we just see how well all our streamed Pokemon do. Oh yeah, Firo looks like a rubber chicken. Let's not lie here. Firo does not look good. Good luck with your playthrough in Emerald. A very good choice of game. I really wish we had Keen Eye. Keen Eye would be so nice. But of course, abilities aren't in Gen 2. Pidgeot is a very cool design. I love Firo. It's ugly as sin. But as everyone knows, Kenya is my favourite of the HM friends. We're still going to be getting Kenya in this rule. In this run. Where did rule come from? And somebody mentioned channel memberships. There should be a join button down on the bottom of the screen. I don't actually have the link to me, but it should be in the description as well, if I've not been a really bad YouTuber. And not put all the links where YouTube tells me to put the links. I'll tell you what, they like whinging. And like, you've not put this link in here. You should do that. I'm a very haphazard content creator. Mandibuzz is a dark flying type, yes, but it is quite a cool Pokemon. Oh, it's not in mobile. That's a bit ridiculous of YouTube, isn't it? I know that on mobile, if you're not subscribed, they hide the join button now, because that makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, we've been poisoned by a spider. That's not good. No, that's the wrong place. Apologies for the flashing there. I do normally try and avoid flashing like that. Let's put Gust up top. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought for Rival 1. We've got that berry, so we can take the downstairs route. Downstairs route means we should avoid most grass. When we do the HM Friends, if someone reminds me, I will put the channel membership link in. But, of course, nobody is ever obliged to join as a channel member. Welcome back to Henbane Hedgewitch. My favourite type, I really like playing bug types in later generations. Aggron in Emerald, you'll get walled by, what's his name? Wallace. That's the new champion, isn't it? That's where I got walled anyway. I'm sure you're much better than me at Emerald. I am hopeless with both the Gen 3 games at the moment. Quiver Dance is such a good move, and I think that's a bug exclusive. Outside of that, Aggron just chews through the game. You might have a little bit of trouble with Juan and his Kingdra, but that's just all RNG luck. Lilligant gets it. That's a really interesting choice for Quiver Dance, but I can totally see why. Bug has definitely had the biggest glow up out of any type. Venomoth is one of my favourite Pokemon, and it kind of bugs me that Scott's got the dibs on Venomoth. Blossom, yeah, I can see that one as well, to be fair. I have been campaigning for Venonat rights for many, many years, because Venonat was not in any pre-post game between Johto and, what's a Paldeo? That's the Paldeo? Paldea. You could not get one pre-post game between Johto and Paldea, and that is just ridiculous. It does bug me, yes, I'm glad you picked up on the pun there. Lokix is very, very cool. Venomoth is a poison bug type. You can get one in Johto, but then in Hoenn, in Galar, in Sinnoh, in Unova, in Alola, and in Kalos, you cannot. And that's just mean. Sludge Bomb, Signal Beam, Psychic, happy days. That's Scotch Joke. I'm not going to take Scotch Joke. That would be very much stepping on another content creator's toes, and I'm not for that. Because that's his thing. It'd be like me retelling jokes that a comedian has done, and like that again, just not my kind of vibe. Beedrill does deserve a lot more love. It's so goddamn cool. I just imagine it going yeah while hitting people with its two big fists of drills. I'm one of those weird people, by the way. I never say I've used a Pokemon. I always say I've run with a Pokemon. It's used sounds really harsh. It's like, I'm not using these Pokemon. They're playing alongside me. That's why I call them the HM friends as well. Because HM Mule, HM Slave, whatever you want to call it, is just so nasty. It's so derogatory towards Pokemon that are genuinely helping you out on your journey. And that is Elderly all gone. Swine Needle is a very good move, and Poisoning Steel is very unique, isn't it? Favourite early Mon? Probably Rattata. Everyone knows I love my rodents. Yep, 1% encounter, isn't she, in Route 103, I want to say, in Hoenn? Could get my route number wrong there. Hopefully I haven't. Right, Gust is a base 40, Quick Attack is a base 40. Helpers is such a cool one. Is it Surskit that's the 1%? I know there's a 1% and a 4%. Aha, yes, Sir Skit. Well, Faulkner, you were just not great there, were you, mate? Get good, scrub. Even his underlevel Pidgeotto was no match for our level 16 Pidgey. Phoebus is 1% and Phoebus... No, Phoebus is not 1%. Phoebus is 50-50 on 6 tiles, isn't it? I've not had the chance to play with a Greedent yet. Phoebus in Gen 3 was awful trying to get. And then they made it worse in Gen 4, didn't they? Because those tiles reset at midnight, and goodness me, I spent about 3 days in BDSP trying to find a goddamn Phoebus. And then you have to make it all pretty and stuff, and I'm not for that kind of time wasting. Can get in the bin. There have been talks of collaborations with other people, but I have such a different workflow to most of the other creators that it makes it quite difficult for us to work together. There is that site that can help you find the correct tiles. That feels like cheating. I've accidentally gotten a Sylveon once, back in the Gen 6 days. For me, it would always be trying to get an Umbreon. I love Umbreon. It's so tanky. So tanky. It's not great for a solo challenge run, though, Umbreon. Gust, I've got to say, is very competent early game. They're chewing through these bird keepers. Stick a repel on. I've never run a Sylveon. I was thinking about doing one in Legends Arceus, but I never got around to it. I have to say Pokemon Crystal is the best replayable game out of the lot. For a one-off experience, Legends Arceus is up there. A Suicune run, definitely. Oh shoot, I accidentally said no to Evolution there. Never mind. We're going to be going through all the Pokédex in Gen 2 and getting as many across the line with Red as possible. Yeah, congrats. A little bit of an eager beaver on the buttons then. Crystal is a very good choice. Yes, Gust's type boost really does come into play here. Right in time as well. Oh, bum. Right, HM friends, time has paused. Someone wanted a channel membership link, didn't they? So if you would like to join the channel, of course, no pressure from me at all. I never expect anyone to join the channel. But if you do want to join the channel, here is the link. Hopefully that has come through. Hopefully YouTube isn't being all kinds of wonky. And now we'll get on with trying to find a Paris and a Psyduck. Nearly called it something rude then. Welcome back, Kumbay. I hope you had a lovely time nipping out wherever it was you were going. HM friends, here is a Psyduck. Ho-Oh. Every day of the week, Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is probably my favourite legendary in general. Psyduck is not hiding from us. 2 in a row, in fact. Now we're just going to wait until we get a Paris. And thank you, Drawing Josh, for joining as a Pokeball member. I enjoy the emotes. We've just got a new emote. I know a lot of people prefer Lugia, but I am very much Team Ho-Oh. I mean, it's so beautiful. That Pidge was drawn by the lovely Madhavi, who sometimes pops in. We also have an Alolan Rat, my favourite Pokemon. We're also having trouble finding a bloody Paris. Do we need to have some kind of, like, summoning call for Paris? Are they all in hiding? Has we've got, like, a Paris out? And Hiya Booster, thank you so much for joining Premier Ball. Everyone is so goddamn lovely. I'm getting a bit emotional. Lugia is still a very good Pokemon, but Ho-Oh just takes it for me. All the Paris in France, I like that. Has anybody got a bird type Pokemon? Oh, that'll be why, actually, won't it? Because we're running a bird type. Dr. Kuth Bratom, thank you so much for joining Premier Ball. You are all absolute legends. Paris, I promise, my Pidgey is not going to eat you. I would probably be a normal type leader. There we go, Paris is out. At long flaming last. I do kind of just want to eat this one. I would probably be a normal type leader. My first ever shiny. Ooh. What was my first ever shiny? I know I got an awful lot back in the Gen 4 days. That is a very good question. What would my champion team be? Red Gyarados does not count. Everyone had the Red Gyarados, I think, if you played Gen 2. What would my champion team be? I'd probably have an Alolan Raticate on there because it's my favourite Pokemon. Have an Ursaring on there because Ursaring is a beast. If we're going type themed, then it would be probably a Bouffalon. Maybe a Miltank. And I've got such a soft spot for Helioptile and Heliolisk. There we go, we've finally got the evolution. And it works. SSJ Derp, thank you so much for joining Premier Ball. Goodness me. You're going to make me cry at this point. I'm lost for words. Thank you all so much. It does have that 2015 undercut. I've got to be honest, I was going bald and I tried the undercut and it looked terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. Somebody should have told me to look into a mirror. Oh, I looked so bad. Bug type in general has aged like wine. Oh, concussion, no. Let's get in the door. Now, I'm not expecting any issues at all with this gym. We have the type advantage, and Pidgeot's just seeing lunch, or Pidgeotto, I should say. Thank you for popping in, Rascal Dirt. I hope you have a lovely time, and I hope you can watch it on the phone. You tried a faux hawk before accepting the shaved head. Shaved head's the way to go. Although I've clogged up my bath at the moment, so I need to get the drain snake in there because I shave my head a couple of times a week. Some people do still rock the 2015 undercut. One of my very close friends from childhood, he's still got what we called in the UK the Meet Me at McDonald's haircut. Welcome in just another person. I hope you're having a lovely day. Muck, Venusaur, Tentacruel, Salazzle, Dragalge, and Nidoking or Nidoqueen. I think the cheapest is like £2 a month for membership. There is a very expensive tier where you get to request a run each month as well, but I would definitely not recommend anyone join that. Because that save your money. $2.99, $4.99. Thank you, Josh. You had a faux hawk when you were 18, 19. I remember I tried to dye my hair blonde when I was 19. And I got so goddamn bright orange with it. And I mean, I quite like ginger hair, but mine just looked absolutely terrible. You use Krona, is that? I don't know the conversion rate off the top of my head. I'm so sorry about that. Actually, we don't need Mud Slap, do we? Peeps! I think my hair has gone far too past the stage of no return to try keeps. It does damage your hair quite significantly. Not with the confusion luck. What is this balls confusion luck we're getting lately? Houndoom, Gyarados, Charizard, Umbreon. The other two. Ooh, that is the question, Joanna. Who are you going to pick for the other two? Rival 2, it's the bogey rival. That is for sure. But if you don't get confused, you get through. That's how it works, I think. Now I'm going to try doing I want to do 2 steps and do a repel, because if I do my movement perfectly, I think the repel should wear out just as we're hitting that cut tree. We are talking about champion teams. 6 Seagulls. I like your style. Where do I play the game? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Menelaus Dickinson. I'm not quite sure what you mean. I'm so sorry about that. But I use a thing called RetroArch. Play the game. I do have a legitimate cartridge, by the way. What am I doing? No, I completely messed up that repel then. Pidgeot does get Mirror Move in the high 60s. But yeah, I use a program called RetroArch to run this game. And then I use a program called GameHook, which then pulls the data from the game to show it on the screen for all you lovely people. It's very, very clever software that I am in awe that someone is able to make that. I'm not a coder by any stretch of the imagination, so this kind of stuff is so fascinating to me, how they're able to get it to work. 61, Mirror Move is going to be interesting. We could potentially Mirror Move Amnesia off the, not the Charizard, the Snorlax at the very end. Whirlwind, no thank you. And I think he has a fighting type, so he should be good. Is it a Mankey and a Diglett, or just a Mankey? Mankey and a Diglett. I know these trainers. Dragonite and Lapras, very good choices. Should we try and get an early Abra? We didn't get an early Abra. Never mind. There's always next time. Dodrio, Gyarados, Aerodactyl, Crobat, Zapdos, Skarmory. You'd be a Dragon-type leader? Yes. Yes, you would be. The prerequisite to being a Dragon-type champion is to have a bunch of flying types. Now, I've got to remember I'm running a flying type here. Houndoom, Honchkrow, Mabostiff, Obstagoon, Crocodile, and Umbreon. That is a really, really solid team. Squidgyot looks happy. I'm very happy today. Do we one-shot this? Probably not. No, 2-shot. But Magnemite is not strong enough to take us down. We might get a paralysis here, though, if we're very unlucky. There's only one more Magnemite left to go. It's this one here, and this is going to be a 3-shot. And then we've just got the Voltorb left to go. Even though this is a slow battle, it's very much a good idea to take this on now. So that we don't have to PP management a little bit later on. I'm looking at our learn set now, and we don't really have much coming up, do we? Don't get Steel Wing until Kanto. You can get Hidden Power Ground, at least. Which will help with Jasmine. I've got to be honest, I am so goddamn bad at team building. Because my main thing is running single Pokemon. So the idea of having a cohesive team just is alien to me. My sister Rumus, I'm not sure if she's still in here. I think she used to be a flying type leader for a gym league. And I think Honchkrow was one of her big Pokemon. Not sure if we need it, but we're going to get the Quick Claw just in case. I think what Karen says in the Elite Four is very, very pertinent. It doesn't matter if Pokemon are strong or weak Pokemon. You should always play with your favourite Pokemon. There we go. Moves all sorted out. I love Maractus. It's such a happy cactus Pokemon. It's really great for grinding water type. You're into the Pokemon that acts like crime bosses. That's a very nice set of Pokemon to be into, to be fair. Maractus, Magcargo, Gastrodon, Dedenne, Frostlass, and Dragalge. You've got some very, very good taste there, Peach. I think we like roughly similar Pokemon for the most part. It is time for Lascarrion Snubble. Well, that Snubble went down very, very quickly, didn't it? Whitney time, we are going to use a potion here. We are going to give a berry because her signature move is rollout. And we're going to cross our fingers and hope for the best. Twister, that's fine. Right, Sand Attack. Rollout miss. Easy. Game's easy. Don't know what we were worried about, folks. Totally didn't luck our way through that with a critical hit. A mixed type gym leader with 6 Pokemon. Leave that one with me. I'll have a think about that. And in the next stream, I will give you my answer. So that's going to take a little bit of concentration, and I need to concentrate on this run at the moment. Grimmsnarl's the evolution of Impidimp, isn't it? I think. I know that my ace, if I was Bug-type gym leader, would be Wormadam Trash. Oh, that sounds brutal. Hail Trick Room. With Alolan Ninetales, Beartic, Alolan Sandslash, Reuniclus, Bronzong, and Snorlax. Ooh. Oh, I would not like to be coming against that. Butterfree's a really cute Pokemon. Sizzle's cool as well. Mismagius, Frostlass, Vespiquen, Salazzle, Toxapex, and Gardevoir. Ooh. I feel like ghost types are very underrated in this game, in Pokemon in general, to be fair. I feel like they don't get quite the enough love. There is a lot of reading. I am trying my best to keep up with chat and play the game. I think I'm doing a half-decent job at the moment. What Terra type would your Flygon be? That is the question. Oh, I suppose you'd Terra into Bug, wouldn't you? Scizor and Flygon, 2 very good Pokemon. Why the hell did I not Quick Attack in the first place? That could have gone badly, but it didn't. Saved by the Stratacornia on the skin of our teeth. Glaceon is cool. I really like Glaceon. Although it's shiny, it's shiny as pants, let's be honest here. Same with Leafeon. Leafeon shiny can get in the bin. Sizzle with Flash Fire would be terrible. Not for using it, but terrible for the players. It's like, no, my only weakness just makes me stronger. Haha! I'm invincible. Kudos to anybody who gets that reference. Really aging myself there with that. Glaceon Shiny is not great, it's just like a little bit different blue, isn't it? Oh, go away, Psychic Man. Oh, that Psychic Man, I want to just throttle him, I'll tell you that. For nothing. Like, Tandemaus is one of my favourite Pokemon. But its shiny is awful. We're still rocking that tackle. We do not need to be rocking tackle. Why did I get Headbutt? We had no need for Headbutt. I'm too used to Pokemon learning Headbutt. Like Mantine, for instance, learns Headbutt. Like, Pidgeot has a head, and it can, like, bash its head into things. Oh, Jesus, you had a shiny Banette for the longest time and you didn't notice. You're not a fan of Bulbasaur? I don't mind Bulbasaur, it's like a big frog, isn't it? I mean, it is ostensibly a cabbage staple to a frog, but still, it's a good Pokemon. Meditate is such a cool move, and I wish more Pokemon had it. I've had Pokerus twice in Pokemon Crystal, and yet I've still not found a shiny in these runs. And here comes the confusion. Jankery again. There we go, just about. I am evolving, yes. I always evolve in my main runs. Why am I trying to dig? Flat. Teleport. The fatigue is kicking in after the first run. Let's repel in here because we'll inevitably get encounters. And we have Hidden Power Ground, mostly for this rival battle. For good old Morty and for Jasmine. God, I don't like Jasmine. I can feel the rage coming through me when I think of Jasmine and her horrible, horrible Steelix, who clearly has gone to Specsavers with the amount of times he hits. We're confused again. One turn confusion, thank goodness for that. Right, quick attack. Quick attack in case it outspeeds. Rage is going to do nothing. We're through. Rival 3. Perfect. Charizard is very much overrated. I completely agree. I've never been a big fan of the line. That 4 times weakness to rock. Oh no. We've released the beasts. And that means we can now go and do some gym action. I like how in Generation 3... I quite like the anime. I like how in Generation 3 they gave Charmander Metal Claw at level 13 just so that it could get through Brock. They didn't have it in Emerald or Ruby or Sapphire for that matter, but in Fire Red Leaf Green, Charmander gets Metal Claw just so that it has something super effective against Brock. And you should be getting to Brock at about level 13. And then they took it away, clearly just there to make the game easier. And then from there on out, you seem to get TMs that are super effective against the opponent's Pokemon for the gym leaders. Pretty much before every single gym. Typhlosion was my first ever fully evolved starter. Cyndaquil was my first ever Pokemon. So I've got a lot of nostalgia for Cyndaquil. I love Piplup. Piplup's so cute, and it's a penguin. Who doesn't love penguins? Now, unlike the Miltank run, we are going to be doing the Minceberry on this battle. Because this is the one that I think will be a little bit trickier. You also get Bullet Seed for Misty as well. So they give you the choice of 2. Oh, we didn't need the Mint Berry. We've got the Mint Berry for Chuck. Starter choice, no thank you. And we can say goodbye to Gust and hello to Wing Attack. We almost accidentally skipped that and lost the run. Bullet Seed's just staring you in the face in the front of Mount Moon, isn't it? They really didn't want you to miss that one. And it's a very warm welcome to God's Truth, Pokefan Ruth. Goodbye, Pokefan Ruth. Oh, is that what it was before? Obviously, I rarely play Gen 1. I don't know my Gen 1 stuff at all. I love Decidueye. Rowlet is probably my favourite starter of all time. I love the cute Pokemon. Let's buy some stuff here, shall we? Let's buy 12 Hypers and 16 Super Repels. That should get us through the next part of the game. We'll also reorganise the bag at this point. Put that there, that there, that there, and then that up there. That sounds like a sensible plan to me. We'll do a cheeky little heal. Snivy's cute. I like how Snivy's got that air of superiority about it. Did I pick up Surf? Yes, I did. Last couple of runs I've been very nervous about forgetting Surf. See, now that Scott's here, you can do the Venomoth joke. But that is not my thing. That is very much Scott's thing. Tepig is criminally underrated, but being the 3rd firefighting in a row, I can see why people weren't such a fan of it. We also have Hidden Power Ground. Oh, bugger, I didn't mean to face this trainer. He's only got a Poliwag and a Poliwhirl. And Wing Attack has remarkably high number of PP, so we're not wasting too much time. But 3 firefightings in a row was really, really not great. We also have, I've used the wrong move, it didn't matter anyway, we had Hidden Power for this Growlithe because he likes to roar. I love the Quaxley line. It just chewed through most of Paldea when I ran one. Emboar, Venusaur, Empodium. Very good choices there. I never vibed with Meowscarada. Probably because I really don't like going up against it because it's so mean. It's got the equivalent of Frost Breath, hasn't it? I'm burnt out on Gen 9 at the moment, I've got to be honest. I did a lot of shiny hunting, and having to get those Herba Mystica really did not feel fun. Mabostif's like the antithesis of most dark types, isn't it? Yes, the Gen 9 power creep really is real. Welcome in, Salami Guy. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Squidshot really is impressing me as well. We haven't had any big roadblocks yet. We lucked out on Whitney. Oh, bumface. Didn't mean to do that. Let's take on Black Belt Lung, and then we'll do a cheeky little heal for PP purposes. I'm so glad I said bumface and not something an awful lot worse. My day's been pretty good, thank you. I've been streaming most of today. Having an awful lot of fun. Gengar being the only ghost poison is still very cool. Isn't Zubat's line still the only poison flying, or have they added one now that I'm forgetting about? Normal type is great in Gen 1 and Gen 2. Apart from Brock. And we get an evolution. Pidgeot is real. Welcome in, Tokalos. Thank you so much for your very kind words. That is so, so appreciated. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Pawmont's evolution was a bit dull, wasn't it? We are going to teach Fly to Kenya, actually. Because I don't like having 2-turn moves. Lake of Rage time. I didn't put a repel on. Never mind. Here's our mandatory shiny. Of course, it uses such a strong move there. And it's time for the Liars with the Flyers. Yes, I remember how you hold it, your 3DS the wrong way around for Inkay. And that also meant that you could not evolve Inkay while your Switch was docked in Gen 8. That was really, really silly. Because I was trying holding my Pro Controller upside down for a good 10 or 15 minutes trying to get it to work. And then I realised it had to be undocked. Favourite Pokemon is probably the Alolan Rat. I love Alolan Rattata so much. It's one of my emotes here if you're a channel member. Thank you all so much for joining the channel today. It really is appreciated. And if you aren't a channel member, don't feel any pressure to joining. But you will unlock some very, very nice emotes, if I do say so myself. Welcome in, Garfield. I hope you've had a lovely, lovely little time away. It's been a while since we last crossed paths, isn't it? The gimmick evolutions get on my nerves as well. Yep, that's the Alolan Rat, my favourite Pokemon. Totem Alolan Raticate is so good. But my favourite animals are rodents, in general. Like, if I could have a whole room full of rodents at home, I would. Thank you, Adam, for your very kind words there. I am trying to beat Pokemon Crystal as quickly as I possibly can, using just a Pidgeot. So we evolved it up from a Pidgey. We've been through the Pidgey and the Pidgeotto stage, and now we're in the Pidgeot stage. So we are starting to get a lot of progress made. Sharks are cool. Sharks are very cool. You wanted to use a fridge giraffe in your playthrough of Scarlet, and you thought it evolved after Oh god, yeah, those move evolutions are so bad. I'd love if we could steal Lance's instant heal. I'd love if we could steal Lance's Hyper Beam, because I'd just Hyper Beam the absolute crap out of Jasmine, so that I didn't have to face that Steelix. That Steelix is my least favourite Pokemon to go up against in the entire run. Even more so than Pokemon like Claire's Umbreon. Claire's Umbreon? No, Karen's Umbreon. Getting my names all mixed up. Snakes are scary to me, I don't know why. I think it's because they don't have legs. Like, how do you move? How do you manage to shimmy yourself around so well? Penguins are very cute. Favourite legendary has to be Ho-Oh. Box Art Legendary of my very first Pokemon game. Beautiful Pokemon. And Sacred Ash, very useful item, even though you only get to use it once. Zamazenta's cool, though. I kind of feel like, for the most part, the legendaries dropped off after sort of Gen 3 or Gen 4. Zigzagoon, definite favourite legendary there. Zigzagoon is a legendary Pokemon. Surprised nobody said Arcanine there because of the Pokédex entries. Deoxys, very cool Pokemon. I liked how you could get it in Oras as well. The whole Delta episode was such a worthwhile add-on to the game. And Zinnia's theme, oh, that's gorgeous. I'm going to move my moves around a little bit. Wasn't vibing with their current locations. Zacian, very cool Pokemon as well. Yep, Steelix with a special move is free, but Steelix with a physical attacker, oh, and her Iron Tail hits more than the 75% accuracy. Wally's battle theme is a banger. It's one of my all-time favourite bits of Pokemon music. Let's dig ourselves out of here. Yveltal, very, very cool Pokemon. Never sure how you pronounce it. Did I just declined a heal then, didn't I? I was like, yeah, actually no, I don't want a heal. Go away, love. This could be a tricky gym, you know. So we're going to give it our best shot. You never played Gen 6, you're missing out on quite a fun generation. Legendary Sandshrew, yes. We like Sandshrew here. One shot on the seal, that's very good. Now is it going to get a one shot on the Dugong? Perfect. Pile Swine, will we be Pile Whining? Blizzard Mist, he's Hyper Potioning. So we're just going to get 3 more hits off. Blizzard hit, didn't freeze, perfect. I didn't split for Chuck, unfortunately, there. Or I didn't split for Morty, I should say. X and Y are really fun if you can get past the really awkward pacing of it. I'm going to get the King's Rock this run, just in case we need it. Ooh, I like the idea of all double battles in a run. Right, heal up in here. I've done it again. Bidoof, a very, very legendary Pokemon. Very, very good Pokemon in general. Slept on because it's an early normal type. So we are leveling up this bird this time, and we are trying to get through the game as quickly as we possibly can. Can't learn any punches. Triple battles, rotation battles, I throw sky battles in your face. Anyone remember sky battles from X and Y and like the 3 battles they did in general? That was a pointless addition, wasn't it? Right, so I'm going to get the soft sand. I want to try and get as much power on this Steelix as possible. I'm going to say goodbye to Desperately Seeking Susan there. Team Yell is a bit lame, yeah. Inverse battles were really fun. They really made you think. Bubble Beam, ha, did nothing. Pidgeot's back sprite is gorgeous. In fact, the whole Pidgeoline's back sprites have been fantastic. We're going to try with the soft sand first of all. And if that doesn't work, we will use the King's Rock. Oh, bloody hell, I've not been to the lighthouse. Bear with. There we go. We're back on track now. 45 minutes for Jasmine is still a very, very good time. Obviously, we're not through her yet, but 45 minutes is incredibly good. And just a reminder, after the 7th badge, I will be taking a very quick break. Just so that I can think about how I'm going to get through the league, and also give my voice a rest, have a little stretch, maybe get a little cheeky sip of drink as well. Iron Tail hits once in a row, twice in a row, but it goes down. 45-17 for Jasmine is not anything to be sniffed at. So we're going to teleport over to Goldenrod City. We've got the rocket section coming next, but we can now pause the timer for now. And I can say I'm taking, yes, Hidden Power Ground. We set our Hidden Power type at the very beginning of the run, and in this instance, to try and make it as close to Fearow as possible, we're doing Hidden Power Ground. I was a victim of bullying all through my childhood, but now I'm really enjoying doing Pokemon content here on YouTube. So never let anyone bring you down for enjoying the things you like, and I will leave you with that while I go on a very, very quick couple of minute break. And we are back. Thank you for your patience there. Had to stay off a little bit longer than I expected because the garage, over the back of the way, someone had wired the horn onto a car. So I was just getting a very long beep. It sounded like I was doing a swear cluster. But we are now back. We will restart the timer and we will keep on going. It's time for the Rocket Radio Tower section, my least favourite part of the game. So I do kind of give myself a little bit of mental preparation time for it because it is so awful. Like, this is the tedious part of the run, but we'll get through it as quickly as we possibly can. Hope everyone had a nice little stretch if you were stretching along with me. Yep, car horns, very, very irritating. Let's wing attack the Zubat. Oh, back where I used to live, in my old flat, there was a car alarm that went off like 5 or 6 times a night. Car stereos, they're annoying as well when they go all boom-bada boom-bada on the ground. Technical term, that boom-bada boom-bada. We're keeping hidden power for these pesky Magnemite lines. There's a guy who blasts out the dam busters. Back when I used to live in Manchester, there was a guy who had a big boombox on the back of his bike. I'm not sure if anyone's from Manchester or been there and knows if he's still around, but he would play some very interesting choices of music, shall we say, while cycling through the city centre. He became a little bit of a local celebrity. I'm mightily impressed. It is currently 5 to 5, 16:54 here in the United Kingdom right now. I'm going to be having dinner in about an hour. I am very, very hungry. Beethoven's Fifth as he cycles by would be good. That's why I like Try Attack. But I got the burn on me this time. So we're going to have to use a full heal here. And we will use our last berry and a potion as well. I'm not sure what I'm having for dinner yet, I've got to be honest. 10 AM where you are at. That means you are mountain time, maybe? Pokemon's turn into a past or future paradox form. I think Skarmory would be cool. You don't use AM or PM in Denmark? It is 16... Oh, I suppose it would be, actually. 1654 here. Get the basement key. 654 increase. Kalispera, I think is the correct time of day for saying that in Greek now. 11:55 AM in Kansas. It's all morning for a lot of you lovely people. I'm stuck here, going well into the evening. Need to go up this way now. It's 5 to 6 in the Netherlands. And we've been confused, and we hit through confusion for the first time. We're not going to hit through twice, are we? We are! And a third time. This is where the confusion luck has changed. Central time. That is a little bit in off the East Coast, isn't it? $7 AM, bright and early in Hawaii. I would love to be somewhere where it's nice and warm like Hawaii. It's very, very chilly here in the United Kingdom. I don't deal with the cold weather well. Very much a shift in the luck balance of the universe. I should have... No, I shouldn't. One-shot it anyway. I was going to say I should have mud-slapped that. Or hidden power ground, at least. Good thing about Wing Attack is it has 35 PP. It rains an awful lot here in the UK. I dealt with the cold snap by just staying hunkered up in as many layers as possible. And I didn't go out during the snow. 67 and sunny, that's around about 19-20 degrees Celsius. Perfect temperature, really, for this part of the year. I'd prefer it to be more into the 80s or 90s myself in Fahrenheit. High 20s, low 30s in Celsius. I used to work at an online casino, so I'm quite used to people watching from different countries. 120 plus in the summer? Ooh. Oh, that sounds glorious. Especially if I'm by a pool. I do know that in Texas especially, I do know that the temperatures fluctuate quite wildly. Because you're sort of in the battle zone between the warmer tropical air and the very cold air coming down from Alaska in the Arctic Circle. And so depending on which air mass is the dominant one, you can end up with like snow, then very warm, then back to snow. I could not vibe with that myself. It's kind of doing that on a mini thing here. Yep, the Gulf Stream does keep us quite warm, about 10 Celsius warmer than we should be for our latitude. I do like having the stats increase when the battle starts. I think it's a really interesting way of demonstrating how the badge boosts work. I'm not sure if it's an urban legend, but I read somewhere that per square kilometre, per square mile, The United Kingdom gets more tornadoes than any other country in the world. Obviously, it wouldn't work on a state-by-state basis. The fortress did come down, mate. If Florida were a country... Oh no, we've been glared. I don't like glare. Oh god, that was quite a while ago now, wasn't it, that tornado in Birmingham? Hurricanes are scary. Hurricanes are not to be messed with. Enjoy your dinner, Salami Guy. I hope you have a lovely, lovely dinner. I'm going to be eating soon. Had a little bit of cake before joining you lovely people. Yeah, 20 years ago, Jesus. Enjoy your lunch, Peach. I hope you're having something nice. I don't know what's on the menu for me tonight. Probably something to do with chicken. I'm quite a chickeny mood. I might spoil myself and have some gastro chips as well. Or I might make fajitas. I don't know. Just definitely feeling the chicken today. Tornado was 2005. Gastro chips are really, really bad for you. They are like really chunky French fries, I think a lot of people from the US would call them. They're cooked in a lot of fat. They taste so good, but they're the kind of thing you can only eat like once a month. Because they are that bad for you. They're also very expensive for what they are. Gonna risk not getting encounters there. I'll just do them in the oven. I don't like deep fried food. I'm not really vibing with the air fryer either. We need the radio to wake up the Snorlax in the Kanto region. So if we didn't get the radio card, we wouldn't be able to progress past Lieutenant Surge. So we wouldn't be able to face Brock, Blaine, and Blue. All the gym leaders beginning with B. Evening, Lucas. I hope you had a good stream. I was asleep for it, unfortunately. But you've started playing XD, haven't you? I hope you're having a lot of fun with XD. I love XD. Yes, there is a big language difference between UK and US for chips and crisps, as we call them. Deep fried upsets my tummy, but it pleases my taste buds. So it's always a battle between brain and, like, the after effects of any kind of deep fried food. Because it's like, yeah, this tastes great now. You'll hate yourself tomorrow. Let's buy some stuff. Scones, biscuits, and cookies, yes. That's a whole mess of crap, isn't it? Let's get 16 max repels. Let's get 10 max potions. Oh, we don't have room in our bag. I am very good, thank you, Lucas. If you aren't following Lucas over on the purple streaming site, go to twitch.tv/LucasHart. Genuinely one of my favourite people to ever watch. And such a great guy as well. That shop was awful. Let's pause the timer to sort out this giant mess of crap that is this bag. Am I missing a rare candy? Hang on, am I missing a rare candy? No, I'm not. Just need to go a little bit quiet while I do this. Oh, you're 30. I'm 31, Scott, and I feel exactly the same, and it only gets worse the older you get, unfortunately. And the lovely Kangastan, it's his birthday tomorrow. So if people aren't subscribed to Kangaskhan, go to youtube.com/Kangaskhan. Max Repel, we will toss these Super Repels now. Bought far too many Max Repels there. Right, this bag is starting to look a little bit more sensible. Not much, but a little bit more sensible. We'll also buy 3 more full heals, just in case. I've heard of biscuits with gravy, and I really dread to think what they are. Because to me, that would be like a pack of digestives and some Bisto. That sounds absolutely foul. We might need to get the extra Paralyzed Cure Berry, I'm thinking, with this. I'm not 100% sure yet. We shall see with our litmus test trainer. Scones and gravy. I hope gravy is not... I hope gravy is not like Bisto, which is just like beef-flavoured granules. Pokémaths has been so informative. I've learned a hell of a lot from the Pokémaths videos. I think the next one is in production as well. I am going to teach Return. I was umming and ahhing about it. I kind of wanted to keep Quick Attack, but I think Return is going to be better. Biscuits and chocolate gravy is a winner. I don't know what I think of that myself, I've got to be perfectly honest with you. And where is the pink bow? Let's give that to Pidgeot. Bovril? Ugh. No, get in the bin. We one-shot that level 37, which is good. A white gravy, heavily peppered roux with breakfast sausage tossed in. I like sausages, but I'm not sure I could have them with any kind of, like, liquidy, bready stuff. I'm going to have to Google biscuits and gravy when I next go on break after Lance. Yes, dunking digestives in tea probably is a much better thing for us Brits. 2 critical hits back to back. Have we underestimated Pidgeot here? Digestives are always good to have in the house, aren't they, Lucas? I don't drink coffee, no. I don't drink any hot drinks. Which, Henbane, Rowan, he always gets very alarmed by the fact that I don't drink hot drinks. You can tell we're in a different experience group. By the way, we are already at the level we were at the league with good old Moo. Iced coffee is super popular. I'm lactose intolerant, so that's part of the reason why I don't drink a lot of coffee. Biscuits are called biscuits in the UK if we're talking about biscuits. Nice Harry Hill reference there, Conbay. 59.38, sub 1 hour. You're going to treat yourself to Aldi chocolate digestives. 30 tornadoes a year, 91 a year in the US. For the square footage per... I think they're almost like scones, but not quite, because we put raisins and cherries in our scones a lot of the time. Aldi digestives are top tier. I like how we're having about 3 different discussions here, and somehow it's all flowing. You drink hot tea all round. I like that people like hot drinks, I like that people like cold drinks. But my kettle's not been plugged in since the last really cold snap where I needed a hot water bottle to sleep. Now the question is, with a chocolate digestive, do you eat it chocolate side up or chocolate side down? Digestive's like the bog standard biscuit over here. I've heard a lot of people say I'd make a good sports announcer. I used to do casino work for a living, so I used to narrate roulette. So I used to spin the wheel and talk about the game of roulette. So it's sort of got the same vibe. It's like cookies, but not quite like cookies. They're sweet, but like we would call a cookie something like a chocolate chip cookie. Chocolate side up is the only way to eat them. I completely agree. It'd be like eating a jammy Dodger jam side down. I always hated it when players lost money. I like to think I was good at my job as a croupier. Unfortunately, that casino closed down, so I can't have been that good at it. They closed down back in 2016, very, very long time ago now. But we used to do things like, and the result is number 36 red. 36, it's red, it's even, it's high, it's in the third dozen and third column and parts of the Tia de Salandra section of the wheel. So congratulations to all of the winners playing on 36. We would call most American biscuit breads scones or scones equivalent. A graham cracker, is that a graham cracker? Is that how you pronounce it? Goodness me, I'm showing how uncultured I am here. Is that what Golden Grahams and Cinnamon Grahams were? Do you remember those cereals, those of you in the UK? Scones and gravy sounds foul. I know it's a different type of gravy, but scones and like brown gravy together. Oh, it's minging. The casino work was really fun. Like, you never knew what was going to happen. That's why I love doing live content. You never know what's going to happen next. We're making remarkable time. I've just looked at the clock. A lot of people put dumplings in their stew here. I think tomorrow for my premiere I'm going to make a nice sausage casserole. That'll be just the ticket really for cold weather like this. I also can't believe we're only on one reset. Pidgeot is doing very, very well for itself. Even if it struggles here in the league, like I think it might do, Pidgeot can be very proud of the progress so far. I always have to remember my route through Victory Road because I always get it confused with Mount Silver. Can we learn Earthquake? No, we can't. That would be too OP. There is a reason Blue kept his Pidgeot. I do like Dodrio. It's so angry. Greg's sausage casserole. Oh, not sure what I think of that, Henbei. And we say goodbye to the rival for yet another run. My family's from all over the place. We've got some French in us, we've got some Scottish, some Swedish, some Australian. It's a whole mishmash. And we say thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, and to Paris, the HM friends. And we will buy our 4 full restores. And we'll also bring up our max elixirs to here. Now we will take a little look at our raw stats before going into the league. We are level 54 with 177 HP. We're holding the pink bow with return, wing attack, agility and hidden power. We have 123 in attack, 121 in defense, 115 in the specials and 137 in speed. Very, very, very nice stats. Let's see how well we do. Up first is Mr. Saint Germain himself, one of our lovely channel members here. It's Will. Return one-shots to Xatu. Now it's time for Jinx, good old Mrs. Tits, and she goes down straight away. Here comes Slowbro. Slowbro's swearing at us, but it goes down in 2 shots. And next up is another Xatu. Xatu goes down, and the final Pokemon is Executor. Wing attack on the Executor. Happy days. Let's move on to Mr. Koga. Pidgeot sees lunch here with the Ariados and grows to level 55. Fortress is next. We're going to wing attack because that's neutral. Hopefully he doesn't go boom. He uses Swift instead. That's perfect. Up next is Muck. We've got Hidden Power Ground for the Muck. That should be a 2-shot. We hit through the Minimalize this time. That brings us on to Crobats. We'll return on the Crobat. That's a 1-shot. And the final Pokemon with Wing Attack. Return is Friendship powered. At this point it should be a base 103 power. That would become 102 power, I beg your pardon. 153 with Stab. Right, I'm a little bit worried about the Onix. Let's split for Koga. But we shall see what happens. Wing Attack on the Hitmontop. Take it down in 1 shot. Onix comes out. We will Hidden Power. Sandstorm's out. Not happy with that. I think we figured it out. That it's roughly a base 200 power move with the badge boosts as well as Stab. And, of course, you have the pink bow as well. I've not heard of Dano's seasoning, unfortunately. Please do enlighten me as to what it is. We'll use a full restore here. Our PP is still fine. Let's move on to Karen. I'm expecting struggles with Lance's Dragonite. Sand attack failed. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Out comes Gengar. Super effective Hidden Power takes that down in 1 shot. Murkrows next. We'll return on the Murkrow to take that down in 1 shot as well. Here comes Houndoom. Hidden Power time again. It's 2 shots and we don't get burnt from the Flamethrower. I don't like how much we have to rely on return either, I've got to be honest with you. But when the learn sets are so bad in Gen 2, you sort of have to rely on the little crutches you can get. I'm going to move this Paralyzed Cure Berry down there. I will have to have a look at that. This Karen is a very nice Karen. I really like Karen. I reckon we're going to need to put a Paralyzed Cure Berry on and do the shuffle. Yep. Paralyzed Cure Berry time. We're going to have to do the good old Thunderwave shuffle. Try and get through this battle. Hopefully we're able to do it. Because we don't really have anything else that can help us out. I need to add a couple of resets there, actually. A lot of Pokemon do end up being cookie cutter. I try my absolute hardest to route Pokemon to not rely on the same 5 or 6 moves over and over again. But there are some times where it just doesn't work out that way. This could take a little bit of time, unfortunately. We're waiting for that Gen 2 miss on a Thunder Wave. We might get Rock Slide here, which would be bad. But we can try our best. Oh! Maybe, maybe, maybe. Still doubtful. Oh no. We are doing a solo Pidgeot challenge and we're being walled by Lance. So I believe there's always the base 25% chance of it just failing straight off the bat. And then it applies the regular accuracy check after the 25%. Thank you for watching all my videos, Matthew. I hope you've enjoyed them, and I'm hoping you're enjoying the live stream. Right, we are through the 2 Dragonite on full health. Aerodactyl missed. Is this the run? Flamethrower didn't burn. We just need to get through this Dragonite. We have quite a healthy special defense. He uses Safeguard. It's free. 1:11:24 through Lance. That is not bad going at all. Just need to get our Hall of Fame time. Yes, so even with Mind Reader, moves can still miss. Safeguard, I think, prevents status conditions. 1:11:41 into the league. Let's get the end credits rolling. I'm going to be taking a quick break in just a moment, but I'm curious, what was Fearo's time? Fearo was 1:05:45 into the league, so we're only 6 minutes slower than Fearo at the moment. That Aerodactyl I was really worried about. He was one of the 2 Pokemon I was worried about in the league. Fearo is a very strong Pokemon indeed. We're not done yet though. We're going to go through the end credits. I'm going to take a couple of minutes break, and then we will do the Kanto section of the run. So let's get in front of New Bark Town ready, and I'll be back in a couple of moments. And we are back. The rain is getting much worse here. It's actually at the stage now where I can hear it hammering on my front door. So let's restart the timer and hopefully we don't get flooded. That'd be an interesting stream, wouldn't it? Thank you all so much once again for your patience there. It does take a little bit of time just to wind down after an intense league like that. And the repel is still in effect. That's probably going to wear off just here. My day has been fantastic, and the reason I'm doing 2 runs today is I've got a little bit longer than I otherwise sometimes would have for my streams. So I thought instead of just doing a 90-minute stream, we would try and get the full 4 and a bit hours in. Because it's been a very long time since I've done a 4-hour stream. Raindrops keep falling on my head as well. Have a little look outside. Get that rare candy. We will dig our way out of here. Off to Olivine City we go. Pop our head in the Pokemon Center. Get behind this swimmer, and we've got a couple more trainers left to skip. He's one of the bad ones to skip, because he's got 6 Pokemon, and that really does slow you down. We will now get Paris to flash in here, so that we can just easily make our way through, get the Rare Candy. And then it's Quick Dig, followed by a very quick Teleport. Thank you, Dan. That was a very, very wonderful suggestion from chat. Unfortunately, Sandslash's name is going to be named after Sandshrew, Andrew the Sandshrew. It was like Rain Dance was used on my location. Have you been for your meal yet, Dan? And everybody click on Dan's name, go and subscribe to him. It's his birthday tomorrow, and he's the reason we're doing this Pidgeot run. Because he was the one that helped create the overlays for all the Gen 2 Pokemon. Absolutely wonderful guy, does a lot of amazing Pokemon-related content as well. If you want to know more about the in-depths of how the Pokemon damage calculations work, and how all the other bits of the engine work, he is your person to watch. They used the damp rock, yeah. That's what it's going to be like here in the United Kingdom this week. Very, very long rain dance. You haven't been for your birthday meal yet? What time are you going? What are you going to have, more importantly? I think you said you were going for a Thai meal. And of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We get another Rare Candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. I think I forgot to say that during the Miltank run, so there it is this time. That sounds absolutely gorgeous. I will be very envious of you, Dan. Right, are we ready for some murder? This is going to be an easy gym, isn't it? Completely agree with you there, Henbane. The Gym Leader Challenge in Fire Red is top-notch. Yep, Gen 3 Drizzle this week. Miltank's results, we got just under 1 hour 30 minutes. Very, very good time, all things considered. We just clutched red, and I think it was like 1:29:41 or 51. I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday this year. I'll probably be with you, lovely people, because I've got a video out on my birthday. In like nine and a bit weeks' time. You might have missed us beating the league. Other than that, not much else has happened. We are currently eating through Erica's Pokemon. She stood no chance, really. Grow to level 60. And we will get the Rainbow Badge. Up next is the Cascade Badge, but first we've got to sort some stuff out at the power plant. Let's get to Saffron City and get on our bike. Go up this very nondescript building. Face the one mandatory trainer. Does he have a Sandslash? My birthday's May 16th. So I've got a video due out there, and I want to do both a stream and a video that day. Not quite sure what I'm going to be doing. I might even do like an all-day stream. Didn't mean to hit this trainer. This can be a little bit of a pain in the bum. January 20th, that's quite a ways away now, unfortunately, isn't it? You've got to get through another Christmas. I really like having my birthday in the middle of the year. May 19th, the best time to be born was May. Although I always had exams on my birthday as a child. I remember doing my GCSE French on my 16th birthday. He has been spoiled twice. As a kid, when I had a bit of the old get-itis. Oh, true, being spoiled twice in less than a month would be good. But as a kid, when I had a bit of the old get-itis, I used to be like, right, well, Christmas has just been. It's only 5 months till my birthday, and then after my birthday I'd be whinging to myself. Because it's a whole 7 months before I get more presents again. God, I was a bit selfish as a kid, wasn't I? Birthdays are a little bit bittersweet for me, because I know a couple of people whose birthdays are around my birthday, and I'm no longer in touch with them, shall we say. And they were very close relatives of mine, but that is not for this stream, unfortunately. 27th of April, very nice birthday. Oh, Kanbei, you jammy so-and-so. Birthday in the school holidays, that's illegal. You should have to go to school just on your birthday. That's how it should work. If I had to do exams on my birthday, you should have to go to school on your birthday. I find the older I'm getting, though, the less I'm really caring about birthdays. Just a sign that I'm getting older and older. January 5th? My brother was born on January the 1st. Apparently that's the rarest day to be born on. Yet he still managed to do it. I know Van Man, and I've met Scott through content creation. Favourite restaurant for your birthday PSN card? Sounds like Happy Days to me. Trouble is, when you're a content creator, birthdays are kind of like one of the big days to be doing content creation, because it's a big celebration with all the friends you've made over the last year. December 28th, right in the middle of Christmas. I hope you get your birthday off every year. Rarest day, 30th of Feb, yeah. Yes, Paris is the scariest Pokemon on PLA. Or maybe Carnivine, actually. Can't discount Carnivine's horrible, horrible nature as well. Oh, that must be really rare, Joanna, both your children on the same day. I'm glad we're through Nugget Bridge. That is my least favourite part of this game. Perish Song? No. I don't know Van Man in real life? No. I know of Van Man, and I think we've spoken very, very briefly. The time does continue to impress. How was your lunch, Peach? Did you have anything nice? Give me all the gossip for your lunch. We did beat previous. We got under 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is perfect. We just about scraped it with a very lucky rollout. Tuna sandwich, pizza chips, carrots and an orange. Sounds like a good lunch to me. Very healthy lunch. Then I like eating fruit. I like eating healthy. It's just always so bloody inconvenient to do. It's like, why does chocolate have to be cheap? And yet fruit is so expensive. This is a brand new run. This is my first time running a Pidgeot. So to be at 121 getting the radio card is very, very good. 5 fruit and veg a week. I'm like 5 fruit and veg a year at the moment. I've been really lax with what I've been eating. Oh, move out the way, you dill hole. Alright, next gym time. Oh yes, I can very much imagine doing parties will be tricky. And 13 and 9, that's when, at least my younger siblings, that's when they all diverged and had completely different interests. McDonald's over Burger King, mostly because I'm not a big fan of Burger King's fries. Although Burger King's chicken nuggets are very nice. I remember my sister She once had a Burger King for the first time. She was about 2 or 3 years old. And she just screamed, "These chips taste like toilet!" And it is so goddamn accurate. Probably Pizza Hut, but we only get Domino's around here. And you're all making me hungry for a takeaway. I do not have the money for a takeaway this month. I have eaten through my takeaway budget already. So please stop making me hungry and craving takeaways. Papa John's, they're either really hit or miss, aren't they? I've had some Papa John's where they're like the best pizzas I've ever had. And then others where I'm like, did you make this while intoxicated, mate? We do have Papa John's in the UK. It depends which Papa John's you go to. When I lived in a town called Sale, the Papa John's there was fantastic. The Papa John's in Ashton-under-Lyne, the place I moved to, God, it was foul. Genuinely the worst pizza I've ever had. McDonald's is a guilty pleasure for me as well. I've been very good lately, though, and not had a McDonald's. I like Domino's, but I really don't like the chicken that they do. I love Pizza Hut's chicken sides. Foul is just a really accurate word. Three Drill is his name. Caprinos, I don't know them. Hidden Power type ground once more this time. I know that the bitrate is a little bit janky for you at the moment, I think, isn't it? Pineapple on my pizza? No, thank you. Not that there's anything wrong with pineapple on pizza, I just don't like the idea of warm fruit on my pizzas. Oh, goodness me, I didn't have a rappel on. Then I think if anyone likes pineapple on their pizza, that's perfectly fine as well. Just let people enjoy what they enjoy. The double down sounds... Oh, that sounds a little bit ridiculous. Chinese, if you get a good Chinese restaurant, oh, delicious. If you get a bad one, not so much. And Blaine showing absolutely no resistance as always. Do they eat Pokemon in the Pokemon world? Of course they do. That's why Slowpoke tails are curry ingredients in Galar. Yes, Kenya or Firo will be topped. That is 100% certain. And thank you, Malik, for showing my channel to some of your friends. I'm really glad they enjoy it as well. Final gym leader is awaiting us. I can see issues with his ride-on, maybe. But other than that, I can't see too many issues. Let's do a cheeky little heal. Janine is never longer than about 50 seconds. Even on a bad Janine run. Now here is going to be the tricky gym leader. We're still holding a Paralyzed Cure Berry, actually. Let's put that in the bin. No, let's not toss the leftovers. Let's try and bulk up a little bit with some leftovers, shall we? 127, we're not going to get sub 130. Hopefully like sub 150. The level curve in Kanto's all over the goddamn place. Welcome in, Ashley. Thank you for subscribing to me. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And thank you for your very kind words. Ooh, rock slide hurts. Janine is awful, isn't she? I think an upper version of Crystal would be great. That return, the enemy AI has really, really bad friendship. Oh, he used Hyper Beam. I was trying to coax out a Rain Dance there, but it didn't quite work. Yeah, the enemy AI just hates all their Pokemon. Goddamn Sandstorm. We're going through with much higher HP now, though, because he didn't Rock Slide us, he just attacked us furiously. I am not very good at competitive battling whatsoever, I've got to be perfectly honest with you. Please don't one-shot. Rain Dance. Haha, you idiot. Let's go Crystal Chew, I'd be all over that. Yeah, I am really bad at competitive battling, like really bad. Because it's all about team building, whereas this, it's about getting the best possible time with a single Pokemon. In Gen 2 I know it's set to 0, but in Gen 3 it's 70, that seems a little bit more sensible. Let's now fly to Pallet Town and have a little chat with Professor Oak. 1.5 hours for Professor Oak is not bad at all. We have 10 Rare Candies. Well, that's a lie. At the moment we have 9 Rare Candies, but we're about to get our 10th. Will we be able to do it before level 76? That is the all-important question. Got a Repel on. Let's very carefully make our way through here. And this time we're going to do Mount Silver correctly. We fly there, we go in there, and now that sets our teleport's location. We go up here. We go there. I've just realised I forgot a move. I forgot Steel Wing. I was going to run Steel Wing this run. Completely forgot. Didn't matter in the end, because Hidden Power Ground did just as good a job. But I meant to, when I went to Lavender, I meant to go up into Rock Tunnel and grab the TM there. If I do a redo, I will definitely try it, because I've not recorded this run. This has just been a very spur-of-the-moment thing. Right, let's try it at our current level. Shiny solo run, definitely not. Shinies have much lower DVs. Interesting that he sends out... Oh, that's why he sends out Blastoise second. But that's good in a way. That's not terrible, because Blizzard is a very, very low accuracy move. Favourite shiny? Probably Umbreon. He always Rain Dances on turn 1. Blizzard hit. I'm going to try a couple more times at our current level, because I think we could potentially do it at 66. We outspeed the Pikachu, which is a big issue. Just depends on whether his AI's... Yep, his accuracy is... He's gone to Specsavers, hasn't he? Now, I am very much a reset-heavy runner. Some runners have very few resets. Mine are... Oh, for goodness sake, mine are all over the place. My average reset's like 30. Shiny Magcargo is pretty. Get in the bin, mate. Right, we're going to use some of our 10 Rare Candies now. We're going to go up to level 69, because I always use them in a pattern of 3-4-4. I don't take into account any kind of rounding thresholds, because I think it's fairer with the way I do my runs to do the Rare Candies in exactly the same pattern. Can you just miss a Blizzard, mate? I need to look into the Gen 2 AI and see if accuracy checks are completely duff. Because it feels like they're completely duff. Iron Tail hitting all the time, Blizzard hitting all the time. Magcargo to me is like Seal to Scott, yeah. Got a lot of history with Magcargo. For goodness sake! Can we just miss a frigging Blizzard for once in your frigging life, Blastoise? Thank you. Just need to get a little bit frustrated at it, that's all. Now, I'd love a critical hit here. Oh, a Psychic. No Spadef drop. Right, this is risky, but we're mirror moving that. We didn't get paralyzed, which is good. Body Slam knocks us out though. Right, we can't do the Amnesia mirror move. We just need to knock that thing into next week. It missed twice in a row. Now, are you going to put up a Reflect this time, or are you going to go straight for Psychic? Reflect, that's... Honestly, a little bit That is a critical hit. He's gone to sleep. Reflect has faded. That is good. Snore's going to hit for a teeny tiny bit of damage. We got a critical hit there. Charizard's next. Flamethrower's going to hit for a lot of damage though. Oh. Oh. Just the Venusaur left to go. Wing attack. Over half. He took in Sunlight. And we have a time of 1 hour, 34 minutes and 1 second. Oh. We are only 5 minutes slower than Fearow. I am really impressed with Pidgeot. First impressions, Pidgeot, very good Pokemon. Of course, there is one last thing we need to do before ending stream. We need to go over to Violet City. We need to access our mailbox. Put the mail in the bag. And then we need to chat. Oh, I've been handing my runner to that sleepy man there. Let's not do that. I'm so glad this isn't on the clock now. We'll toss that full restore. Where's the mail gone? Am I being a complete idiot? Who have I given to Randy? Kenya, Abraside, or Comparis? We don't have the mail. So, Kenya's not going to that person there. Right, weird end to the stream, I know. But after 4 hours, I think I need a break. So, thank you all so much for watching. It has been a pleasure as always. I think I did toss the mail. Thank you to everyone who's joined as a channel member today. It really is appreciated. Thank you to Peachly for the donation. Thank you to all of you for watching. I will be back tomorrow with a pre-recorded video. That is going to be good old Kecleon in Fire Red. It's going to be our last Fire Red run for a little while. So we are going to put that up as a premiere right about now. So, Kecleon Premiere is now ready for people to wait. And I will see if I can fling you all in that general direction. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a lot of fun. I've definitely had a lot of fun. I'll see you all tomorrow at 6 PM United Kingdom time for the premiere of Kecleon.